Happy Monday morning. Let's do this. Cotter and Marshall Show. Hop on that stream. Join the horde on a Monday. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Like, follow, and subscribe while you're there. You can also listen to the show. Download the app for free. Get us on your in-home smart speaker. And check us out at rock1061.com. Marshall, you and I both agree. I dropped the ball today.
You did, man.
Not going to lie. So I've got Tuesday through Friday off, going down to Universal in Orlando. Why are we here on a Monday? Why didn't I take the whole week off?
Are you torturing me? Did I do something bad to you?
Maybe.
What's going on, man? I mean, why are we working just on a Monday?
That is
just on a Monday.
A stellar question that didn't come to me until Saturday, because I looked at my wife. I'm like, why am I working Monday?
Yep.
Why didn't I just take the whole week off? Am I an idiot? The answer is yes.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't even really need to ask that question. Yeah, so here we are. I mean, we started the show. We might as well finish it. So let's get this rolling.
All right. So yeah, this will be the only day this week we're in studio. We'll have some audio running all week long, so you can still tune in, hang out, have some fun. Interesting weekend this weekend, Marshall. Hashing. Everything I thought it would be, yet nothing like I expected.
Okay.
It's this weird, let's just say extreme hiking is the best way to describe hashing. So two people put together a course, and you have to kind of figure out the course. They'll drop like hints and clues along the way using chalk, toilet paper tied around tree limbs, and flour to mark spots as to where to go. But they'll lead you off in random spots that take you in the wrong direction completely.
Yeah.
And then you have to turn around and figure it out.
Huh.
So that
doesn't sound fun at all.
It was fun, and it was actually pretty cool because it's just you start going and then you just hit woods and there's mud and there's water. Like, it's extreme hiking is the best way to describe it. There's a lot of beer involved. You drink prior. Throughout the route, they drop beer in secret locations. You find the beer, you drink the beer, and then at the end, yeah, drink more beer. I had a great time.
I feel like they're trying to make you puke, man.
It was fun. It was fun. I'm in. 100% in on hashing.
Okay, so it's just the once. You're just going to run this once then.
No. I'm not going to just do it once. I mean, unfortunately, this coming Saturday, you and I have a thing downtown.
We do.
We're hosting an event, so I can't do it then. The Saturday after that's the concert.
Right.
Definitely can't do it then. So I won't be able to do it for a couple more weeks. But it was a lot of fun. I'm glad I went. I don't know. Unique experience is the best way to put it.
You know, while you were running and doing, it sounds like fun adult things. I was, man, my weekend sucked. I went to Jacksonville and I got together with a bunch of friends, and then we drank all of the beers. And we probably drank, I think, somewhere in the range of about 45 different beers. Yeah, I know.
It's all right.
Bit of an alcoholic, no big deal. But yeah, that's and then I watched some fireworks. So, you know, your weekend sounded way better. Running, not knowing where you're going to go, and they randomly put one beer out for you. Cool.
It was that doesn't sound as much fun now.
Yeah.
All right, coming up on the show today, we got snails we got to name, damn it. We'll get to that. Going to play Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout? Going to talk band riders. We've got to call, comment, and text segment today. What is your worst moving experience? And, of course, going to kick off the show with About Last Night. Outkast going Airbnb. Anderson Silva returns to boxing. And he's okay to fight somebody that I'd love to see him kick their ass. And we're going to kick it off next. There was a police chase and shooting in Savannah last week. I didn't hear anything about it until Saturday. And it seems like it was a pretty epic chase.
Oh, it was insane. It was absolutely insane.
We got that story coming up next. Cotter and Marshall Show. Here's Rise Against Nowhere Generation. Rock 106.1.
All right, good morning, guys. Thanks for trickling in on a Monday. Appreciate that. Morning, Mac. Morning, Gibby. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you had a nice little weekend. I'm going to share the show around while we have the 3.5 minutes of Rise Against.
All right, guys. Good morning. Hashing, it's weird because it's like we went off in this one direction initially because we were back by some train tracks, and a train was like on the tracks, and initially they had us going over the train tracks. So they like sent us out on this wild goose chase. We had to backtrack and go over the tracks and do all this stuff and tromp through a bunch of mud. And then they do like some weird like post ceremony-ish type of thing. I don't know. Did
you get a medal like at the end of Star Wars?
I did get a patch.
Okay.
So hashing is a worldwide thing. It happens like in every country. It's this monster thing that loosely is all organized, kind of, sort of. So each area has their own what do they call them? Houses, I think is what they called them. I don't remember. So a guy was driving up from Florida. He and his wife. Sounds like he's actually being stationed in Alaska for the military.
Oh, wow.
So they're driving up to Alaska, and they had family in Savannah, so they decided to stop. And all the stops along their way are they're looking for places that have different hash groups so they can hash in each place they go to.
This guy's too much of a try-hard for me.
He's way into it. And so I guess different houses or whatever have patches, and he just was handed one out. So it was pretty cool. It's like Fort Mike Myers, and it's got like a little Mike Myers looking guy with the hockey mask on and a sword. Or a sword. It would
be cooler if it was just Mike Myers, the actor.
The actor.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it, and it's a buddy of mine. Don't remember if you remember Brian, the cop that I knew like when I first moved here. I told the story that the only time I feel like I was going to get arrested was hanging out with this guy.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him in like 5 years, and some dude pulls up in a truck as we start, and we all stop, and it's like he's part of the group, and I didn't recognize him right away. And he's like, yeah, let me park. I'll be right there. And I'm like, oh my God. I mean, I haven't seen him in 5 years, so that was fun to hang out with him for a bit too.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think anything like that quite. So I was hanging out with my buddy on Saturday, and we're tossing around this football. And it was after like 3 or 4 minutes to toss around this football. I'm like turning it, and I'm like, oh, there's an autograph on here. He goes, yeah. He goes, it's cool. I'm like, dude, do you want to throw this around? He's like, yeah, it's fine. I'm like, who autographed this? And I don't know if you remember the name Luke Jokel. Luke Jokel was a first-round draft pick of the Jacksonville Jaguars. He was an offensive lineman who was a complete bust. And I'm like, I go, Luke Jokel. He goes, the old lineman from the Jags from years ago. I'm like, oh, he was a bust, right? He goes, yeah, keep throwing the ball. I thought he was going to be like, oh, yeah, whoa. No, he's like, yeah, I don't care.
That's good. Awesome. All right, guys, got about 40 seconds. Going to get into this car chase and shooting. Actually took place last Thursday.
Right in front. It ended right there at Grayson Stadium.
Yeah.
Man. Slammed right into that little Grayson Stadium wall.
Yeah.
Or excuse me, where it says Daffin Park, that little sign there.
Yeah, I didn't. My wife brought it up over the weekend. I was like, what? All right, guys, be right back. Hopping right into About Last Night. Story number 1 on Thursday. A man was shot in Savannah by the Georgia State Patrol after leading law enforcement on a pursuit in a stolen cop car. The man was Jacob Anthony Palmer, 29, of Virginia, and all went down Thursday around 3 o'clock. Chatham County Police responded to a report of a suspicious vehicle at a local hotel. Officers made contact with Palmer, determined he was wanted on warrants in his home state. A scuffle ensued, and Palmer pulled a gun before taking off in a cop car.
Yeah, so once again, that was like 2:04:95. And then he went on a police chase, and he drove all the way to Grayson Stadium. I mean, he was weaving in and out of traffic. He almost hit some people. He actually hit a civilian head on in the police car, but it was right at an intersection, so it doesn't seem like any real harm was done to anyone at that intersection. But things got really wild close to Victory Drive and B Road, which is obviously right in front of Grayson Stadium.
Yeah, they ended in a fiery car crash. It crashed basically into that Daffin Park sign. You've got multiple agencies now involved in this whole thing. So officers, after the wreck, asked Palmer to get out of the car.
Right.
Of course, he doesn't. Instead, he does what a douchebag does. He pulls a gun on the cops, and then that's when a trooper fired his weapon at Palmer. Palmer's taken to the hospital. He was in stable condition, and the whole area was shut down for like 2-3 hours.
Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, there was like a small fire where the vehicle hit the sign. They had to go get a fire extinguisher and blow that out. Now he's charged with aggravated assault on a police officer, obstruction, theft, felony eluding, and numerous other traffic-related charges. Wow. This tourist had the time of his life, obviously, in Savannah. Thank God no one else really got genuinely hurt. Thank God he lived.
Yes.
I mean, like, if you're pulling guns on the cops and they're not just absolutely dropping everything on you, you had a good day.
Can you imagine? So he had warrants out for him in Virginia. Now, all of this on top of it, I'm kind of curious to see what he was wanted for in Virginia, because this dude is going to spend a lot of time behind bars.
Yeah, I mean, we need to try and convict him and then just extradite him to Virginia and let them deal with him.
We don't want him here.
No.
All right, Anderson Silva got back in the boxing ring over the weekend, got a win, and now he's okay to fight a couple people that I would love to see him kick their ass. We got that story next. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
Yeah, man, that dude big time wanted to die. Gibby was like, yeah, that guy was asking for it.
Yeah.
Dude, crazy. Let alone... Also, the longest police chase ever, 95-204, all the way to victory. I mean, that's easily, what would you say, 20 minutes?
Yeah, I mean, that's a haul.
Yeah. 20 minutes if you're like weaving in and out of traffic going fast?
Yeah.
All right, guys, thanks for hanging around this morning. Next story up, like Cotter was talking about, is Anderson Silva. I didn't see the portion where he wanted to, did he call someone out?
The Paul brothers.
Oh, I didn't see that in the ESPN
That's what
story.
you sent, the Paul brothers story.
Oh, maybe that was.
And then I just sent the ESPN because it was a follow-up that he had won.
Oh, okay. Maybe that was just.
It was just a quick little blurb that he would fight either one of them.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't like, it was an article you'd sent from TMZ.
I sent so much on Saturday. So I was doing show prep on Saturday because I was getting drunk Saturday night and I didn't want to do show prep hungover on Sunday, which I thought was pretty genius on my part. So yeah, I guess I totally forgot I put that story in there. Well, good. And then we'll wrap up about last night with one more story after we talk about Anderson the Spider Silva. We'll talk about Big Boy making the Dungeon a historic recording studio in the bottom of a house, available via Airbnb. I checked it out last night. It's not yet available to rent.
Oh, it's not yet available to rent?
No.
Okay.
No, it said it was coming soon still, and it said as low as $25, which is hilariously not true.
Yeah, and they're doing it's only for a limited time.
Yeah. That place is going to rent out for like $600.
Yeah.
Also on the show today, we're going to be talking about, where is it? Oh, 10 summer facts. It became officially summer just last night at 11:32 p.m. I don't know why exactly, but, it is. So summer is officially upon us, guys. So we're going to break down some facts for you. We'll also be taking your worst moving experience stories. Gibby, you moved across the world, so I definitely expect to hear a story from you today. We'll also break down our band's writers for the big 20th anniversary show. Did you get a chance to go through them?
Yeah, I went through them briefly. So
yeah,
I have.
I think they're kind of fun. There's some fun stuff that I actually have to go buy this week for them. We'll also name our snails. Yeah, that's right. We officially have the poll up for our snails. I'll actually go ahead and share that with everyone. Thomas, good morning, buddy. Morning, Charles. Morning, Tony. But yeah, I hope everyone did have a good Father's Day. What'd you do for Father's Day? What'd those kids do for you?
They brought back some beer from the trip to Arkansas. My daughter bought me an Arkansas T-shirt while she was there, so I got that. We just kind of hung out. They both had weird working schedules this weekend, so we didn't really all get to hang out together because one was home, the other was at work. So there wasn't a whole lot of hanging out together, unfortunately, but it was still fun.
Just gonna make sure my snail poll is still up.
Sure.
There it is. Cool.
I think we've kind of mapped-ish stuff out for our couple days in Universal.
Oh, that's cool.
We kind of looked through it finally. Looks like a lot of fun, man. I am looking forward. We're gonna hit up the Harry Potter stuff first, and then the Simpsons. I've heard multiple people. I think you were one of them.
I was telling you about Simpsons. Yeah.
Somebody else brought up the whole Simpsons thing. And then it's like I've never looked into Universal because I've never gone. So it's like they got the Duff Brewery and Moe's. All right, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I'll do that stuff, and then just kind of hang out and see what we can cram in. So.
Thomas says, my youngest son in Ohio with my dad. Let's see, my youngest son is in Ohio with my dad. My oldest bought me a Power XL air fryer. That sounds awesome.
Nice.
And my daughter came to cook me brunch. All in all, awesome. Nice, man.
That sounds pretty sweet.
All right, so today on the show, another thing we're doing is you may have remembered me saying that we bought Hefe some snails. We bought twin snails for Hefe to help clean his tank up, and they've been doing an awesome job. So in celebration of those snails, we are going to officially name them. So I'm dropping a link into the chat. I'll drop it multiple times over the show. But I have a list of listener suggestions when we talked about this about a week and a half ago. And then I also added in a couple at the end that I just thought were funny. So go ahead and drop in. You can vote right now on the poll of what to name our snails. Once again, I just dropped that link in there.
All right, we got about 4 minutes. Get into the second story about last night.
How many? Oh,
What happened?
someone has graffitied our studio.
Where? Oh,
I know.
Tim.
So
I'm assuming Tim. He's the only one that says the
Yeah.
cake is a lie.
let's talk about this at the before the snail thing.
That's fair.
Yeah.
The cake is a lie.
Wow, this is.
So is Tim sabotaging us now?
I think Tim is sabotaging us. So guys, this is crazy. Usually, where we have our day since last studio issue, someone has graffitied our studio. We'll show you on camera what that looks like here.
Say, I don't remember what day we were at.
We were at day 5. It was like Thursday, Friday. No, today would be day 7.
Okay.
And then once we complete it today, it would be day 8.
Okay. So question. The 4 days we're not doing a show, do they count toward cake day?
I don't know. At this point. I kind of give up.
Are you siding with Tim? The cake is a lie?
No, the cake is not a lie. The cake is real. The cake's always been real. The boss gave us the thumbs up. He goes, buy an ice cream cake. I don't give a crap. I was going to buy a nice one. Like, I was going to spend up to $80 on an ice cream cake.
Damn.
Ice cream cakes are oddly expensive, dude.
Yeah, I get that.
Like, even if you just go in and get a small one, it's like $60. We'll share the graffiti, Gibby, here in like 15 minutes. All right, Anderson the Spider Silva coming up in less than 2 minutes. That's the next story we'll share.
Not me. I wouldn't mess with cake day. No, I'm pretty sure it's Tim. Tim is the only person, unless it was Mac just being a.
No, I don't think Mac would do that.
No, I'm pretty sure it's Tim.
Although I never pegged Tim to be an artist. That's a little bit artistic.
It's not a bad drawing of a cake.
No.
Piece of cake.
Yeah. Oh, we need to come up with some more Mount Rushmore things to debate.
We will. The game is afoot. All right, got just over a minute. Going to get in here with story number 2 about last night.
All right. Ooh, okay. Got some votes in for the snails right now. Currently, Wayne and Girth are winning. We've got Ren and Stempy 2. Got a vote for them. Got Mug and Tug's got a vote as well. Once again, guys, we dropped in a link in the chat. I did that just a little bit earlier. In case you haven't seen it, hit the link and vote for the name of our snails. We'll reveal the winner of the poll at the beginning of the 9 o'clock hour, and then we'll officially announce our snails' names.
All right, guys, be right back. Story number 2 about last night over the weekend. UFC legend Anderson Silva returned to the boxing ring. Now, he's only boxed a couple times, and this was his first boxing match since 2005. He actually won. He beat Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. via split decision. Now, going into the fight, Silva was actually a pretty heavy underdog.
Right.
But he picked up the win.
Yeah, so, Chavez Jr., he's the son and namesake of Mexico's most popular boxing superstar. As a former WBC middleweight champion, so Anderson the Spider Silva picking up a win in boxing over this guy. I mean, it's a pretty solid win for him. Now, this guy he beat, he's out of his prime. This guy is, long in the tooth when it comes to boxing, but he still won a split decision victory. To what I looked at, like stat-wise, it looked like he absolutely dominated him when it came to just punches in general. He outpunched him 99-53 in total punches, 60-41 in power punches, according to CompuBox. So, it seems like a pretty decisive victory for Anderson the Spider Silva, who, absolutely got dominated his last 3 or 4 bouts in the UFC. That's why he's no longer fighting in MMA.
So he was saying prior to the fight that he is totally open to fighting either Paul brother. And he said, in the future, everything's possible. The Paul brothers, I respect both. They are good boys.
Yeah, he just wants to make that payday. He needs one good last payday, because I'm guessing the UFC didn't really take care of him on the way out.
Yeah.
And then fighting a Paul brother nowadays pretty much guarantees you $5-6 million. It really depends. So I think that'd be a good first, big-time boxing match for him.
Now, could this be somebody who finally beats one of the Paul brothers?
He's not known for having his power. Spider Silva, he would always be known for his elusiveness. I guess he did have some power. I don't know. Yes, honestly, he's the more experienced fighter. I want to say I don't know, but honestly, I would love to see that. Obviously,
I need to see. They're booking the Paul brothers better than Vince McMahon has booked WWE in the past decade. This is how you build that villain. They win. You want to see them get their ass kicked. Everybody wants to see the Paul brothers get their ass kicked. They're like the ultimate villain.
I know, but you're right. But I kind of want them to continue winning. I need another straight year of the Paul brothers winning so I can hate them even more. So when that sweet, absolutely KO victory over them happens by someone, it'll taste even better.
I agree. All right, coming up next, story number 3 about last night. You have a chance to stay in a place that is just, just overflowing with hip-hop history. We got the story coming up next. Here's the Offspring, Let the Bad Times Roll. Cotter and Marshall Show. Rock 106.1.
Morning, Heather. Happy first day of summer to you. Now, today's the first full day of summer. Technically, summer began at 11:32 p.m. last night. We don't know why. Once again, not math guys or time guys.
Science.
Or dates guys. Or mostly science guys, but we love science.
It has something to do with science.
Yes. Charles says maybe the cake is like I tell my kids all the time. We'll see when we all know the answer is no.
Maybe.
David, good morning. Happy to have you guys with us this morning. So earlier in the comments, you may have noticed there's a link that we put up, the Cotter and Marshall Show. That link is to vote for our snails' names. So in case you haven't done it yet, hit that link and vote real quick on what the names of our new snails should be that live with Hefe, the new beta fish, the new music beta fish. The Paul brothers are the Joffrey of boxing.
But I agree with you. I think their ass kicking will be even sweeter.
Oh, yeah. It'll be sweeter than the cake that we eventually have.
if they can eke out a couple more victories and really just up the D-bag level. And then by the time they do get their asses beat, be the best day of all of our lives.
Yeah, they need to snatch everyone's hat. They need to call everyone like a, baby back bitch, in the media. They need to do podcasts and just get into scuffles, but not really fight anyone leading up to fights. So we're all intrigued with these idiots' continued boxing careers. The time is this distinguished by the solstice, I think. Yeah, sure, that sounds about right. Science.
All right, as soon as the show's over, I got to go over to the tag office.
Oh, that sounds like hell.
That's going to be awesome.
That sounds terrible, actually.
Good times. That was the one, man, so lived on Wilmington Island for the first 12 years that we were here in Savannah. There's a tag office on Wilmington Island. If you waited more than 10 minutes, that was rough. I mean, it was awesome. It was the best DMV-ish experience ever, just because you went in and never had to wait very long, out the door. I'm not going to Wilmington Island. I'm going to one right around here on Eisenhower. I'm guessing my experience will not be the same.
Last time I went, I had to wait an hour. I was waiting an hour in line, and then it didn't fix my problems. So
yeah. So I can't wait, guys. Can't wait.
Yeah. So I would highly recommend the moment the show's over with, you grab your keys and run over there.
Yeah. There's supposedly you can check on the website for their wait time. So I'm going to look at that. And if the wait is 45 minutes, I'll drive to Wilmington Island.
Yeah.
Because it'll just be quicker.
Well, I mean, it's 2 blocks away from the radio station. And actually, if you could drive in on the backside of the complex and drive by where the line is.
Oh, that's
You can
true.
actually just drive by, look at it. You don't have to look online.
All right, guys, be right back. It is the Conrad Marshall Show. Good morning. Really cool story to wrap up about last night. Big Boy, one half of the legendary hip-hop group Outkast, is officially an Airbnb host. And it's not just any house.
Right.
He's putting up on Airbnb. The house is known as The Dungeon, and it's where hip-hop classics from Andre 3000, Goody Mob, The Dungeon Family were all made. Here is Big Boy kind of explaining the house and the situation.
Up to Airbnb standards, I wanted to keep it, keep the integrity of the house, but at the same time put a twist to it and update it a little bit. So you can see from the wallpaper to all the little details, they did a great job. I call it Holy Land downstairs where the dungeon is. That's where, our first albums were created and written, and the whole vibe, you get chills going down there still. This is the dungeon. This is where we wrote and organized and always produced all the music that we started with, from Southern Playalistic to Goody Mob, Cell Therapy, and then you have Outkast, Goody Mob, Big Roo, chairs here, everybody, 3-4 people on the steps with their passes writing, trying to create. Still see the writing on the wall from us tagging when we were in high school. Outkast tagged the Big Boy to Drake, and it's all still there, man, 20-some years later.
Now, according to this story, guests will have access to the state-of-the-art music studio in the basement. In the video, when he's walking downstairs, it looks like your grandmother's basement from the 1970s.
Right. You should look immediately to your left and see jars of canned green beans or something. But there's a lot of history in that house. Now, openings for the Airbnb listing don't start until June 25th, 1 p.m. That's when you can actually start booking the house. Once again, it's not a contest or anything.
No.
When you book this place, you got to pay for it. There's no contest. You got to get yourself to and from Atlanta. So this is actually really, really cool. I mean, just the history of this place when it comes to hip hop in general, especially for a Savannah native like Big Boy. Very, very cool. Something that if you love Outkast, if you love hip hop in general, this could be a really cool stay for you.
Now, it says the prices are as low as $25 a night. I think you and I both agree. You're not paying $25 a night to stay in this place.
One person's going to get $25 a night. I mean, this house is beautiful.
Yes.
I mean, they've updated it completely. They've made it essentially like a like a museum to Outcast and the history of the Dungeon family. So this is very, very cool stuff.
All right, coming up next, we've got some snails. This is a legit thing. So we got Hefe, the new music band fish. We bought some snails to put in his tank to help him keep it clean.
Yeah.
We have not named these snails yet. We need your help. It's happening today. So we'll talk about that next. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
So once again, here I'll put the link up once again if you have not voted for our snails' names, and we know how ridiculous this is, but you know what? It's the Cotter and Marshall Show. Get over it. So once again, we're naming our snails. I just dropped the link again just in case you haven't voted, or in case you want to vote again. Go ahead. I love Charles's Tony voted for Mug and Tug, which is Charles's suggestion, and Tony goes, "You don't know my vote. Stop soliciting, pot stirrer." Yeah, so I was just on the Airbnb link. The house is freaking beautiful, man. It really
does look
is.
really nice.
It really is. But I wonder what kind of, the house outside looks real nice. It's tiny. It looks really small.
Oh, I'm going to get my coffee.
Treat yourself. All right, guys, just in case you haven't voted yet for our snails, just dropped the link in just a few moments ago. Make sure to do that. Hope you guys all had a great weekend, a great Father's Day weekend. If you're a father, congratulations. If you're not, well, there's another day for you, I'm sure, somewhere in the year. All right. So tomorrow, although we won't be on the air, we'll be announcing a new show. We have a concert to announce 10 a.m. tomorrow. We're going to do that on all of our social media. So just a heads up there, we have another show coming to the area. I'm actually meeting with the guys who are bringing in a bunch of these shows tomorrow, I think. Going to be showing them the venue that we're doing some stuff in. For the 20th anniversary concert. So, hopefully we'll get some more shows into the area. Really, really excited about the 4 or 5 shows that we have coming up. We also have more on top of that we have not yet announced. But like I said, tomorrow, 10 a.m., we have another show for Rock 106.1 to announce. We'll be doing that via the social medias. So make sure to follow Rock 106.1 or the Cotter and Marshall Show, Instagram, Facebook, the Twitter, all that fun stuff.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Got about 7 minutes left.
7 minutes or so?
Yep.
Cool with me. Well, I hope you guys are doing good on your Monday. If you have any questions for the Magic 8 Ball, drop them in. Hashtag Ask the 8 Ball. We'll go ahead and answer your questions. This is the only show we have this week. Cotter's going on a little family vacay, so we're only doing today's show, and then that is it for the week. So get in your questions now. Thomas says, what is the discussion topic for today? Great question, Thomas. Today's question is, what is your worst moving experience? Mine would definitely probably have to be my trip moving from Illinois to Vegas. That was my worst moving experience.
All right.
My movie experience from Vegas to here actually was pretty smooth. You know why? Because I was in charge of it.
Were you not in charge of the one out to Vegas?
Out to Vegas, it was kind of a 50-50 thing between my brother and I.
Oh, okay.
My brother was helping me move.
Sure.
And he was a lot. So
Fair enough.
We'll talk about that. Sean, good morning, buddy. How was everyone's weekend? I think everyone had a really solid weekend. Hey, Stacy, how are you?
What's up, Stacy?
Go ahead and let us know how your weekends were, guys. Also, let us know what your worst moving experiences were. Moving in general is not fun. I know we got a comment or two on the Facebook last night to share with you some good stories. So, guys, once again, what is your worst moving experience? We know you got one. Go ahead and share it in the chat with us. And we'll share those with all of you coming up here at the top of the 7 o'clock hour. Oh, yeah. So Charles from the Horde, he messaged me this weekend.
Okay.
And he goes, I'm going beaver hunting. And he had all these beaver traps. So, yeah, I know. Which is like literal beaver traps.
Okay.
Like literal, like metal beaver traps.
I wasn't here to judge.
So, Charles. Charles in the chat goes, hashtag ask the 8-ball. Will I have a beaver in my trap? So let's go ahead and ask. Cannot predict now. No, we demand an answer. We demand an answer for Charles from the Horde. He deserves one. Better not tell you now. Jesus, they're being really sketchy this morning. I'm so sorry, Charles. Come on. Hey, Magic 8-ball. Come on, man. It is decidedly so.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. Congratulations. You murdered a beaver. Well, there you go. I'm glad we could get that answer for you. Really had to beat him up to get that.
All right. Got about 3.5 minutes.
Thomas, thank you for sharing your story for your worst moving experience.
Thomas, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Once again, guys, feel free to drop in your best moving experience. It doesn't even have to be like you moving your personal belongings. It could be you like helping your place of business move. Which, Tony, I know you had obviously a really fun time moving from the last location of a Perfect Touch Massage to your new one. Charles, I know you had businesses and homes all over the place. Feel free to drop in your stories. 8-ball abuse. Gibby, you've lived all over the world. I definitely know you have a story for us. Please share your worst moving experiences in the chat today. We're going to be talking about that here in about 20-ish minutes. If you think your story is too long, or if you just want to call us, feel free to do that too. 1-800-394-1061. Feel free to call us up on the phone lines. Here after we do this next break in like 2 minutes, we'll have like a good 10 minutes to kind of hang around, and we'll definitely take your call, and then we'll play it back on the air here in a bit. Charles is going to send the beaver meat to Sean.
Smoke that beaver.
Don't beavers have that gland that is used as an artificial flavoring like vanilla, raspberry, and strawberry? I think they do. I think that is true.
What?
Yeah, you never heard of that?
No.
Yeah. Beaver gland.
Sorry.
The beaver gland, for example, a natural flavoring called castoreum, is a thick, odorous secretion obtained from the anal glands of a beaver. It is used to give a vanilla flavor to some dairy products and desserts.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So technically artificial flavoring, yet still.
It's
because it's not legit vanilla.
Yeah.
But it's not.
Could you imagine the first
natural.
guy? Could you imagine the first guy who had to squeeze the gland and taste it? That guy.
Here, try this.
What a trooper. Tony says it's also used for perfumes as well. If you go to like people also ask on Google, what flavor comes from beaver glands? The beaver butts secrete a goo called castoreum. Castoreum.
Interesting. All right.
Thanks for that, Thomas. That was a weird rabbit hole we went down.
All right, got about a minute, guys. Got about a minute. Talk about this cake situation.
Oh, speaking of, I'm gonna get that.
All right, guys. About 20 seconds. We'll be right back.
Show. Rock 1061.
Good morning, Cotter and Marshall Show. Yes, we need your help in naming our snails. Get to that in a second. Don't forget to jump on the stream, join the Horde, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Like, follow, and subscribe. Now, it's been no secret. Since we launched beginning of March, we have had some studio issues here and there that kind of affect the broadcast occasionally.
Yeah, we've had some technical difficulties. I mean, we're just starting. I mean, like, those things are kind of expected for a new morning show. But after a while, we started making this kind of in-joke about, well, if we go 30 days without one, we'd buy everyone who listens an ice cream cake.
Yes.
And we've been doing like a countdown in our studio here. We have this like a marker board that's on the backside of this door, and someone has graffitied it. Graffitied it? Yeah. Over the weekend. And here, I'm going to put it on. If you're watching the live stream right now, let's see. Instead of like a number where that graffiti is, someone has drawn a cake that says the cake is a lie.
So Tim the engineer is the guy in charge of making sure everything runs smoothly. And we've had, some problems. And Tim claims not to like cake. And I think he might be sabotaging Cake Day. So if we get to 30 days in a row without an issue, we're buying the cake. And we got to 20 once, had an issue, had to restart. So we were back up to 6 or 7 days. And then we come in today, and the number's erased. And, it's just a picture of a cake saying the cake is a lie.
It's not a lie.
It's not a lie. Cake Day is actually going to happen someday.
Yeah.
But I'm 99.9% sure Tim the engineer graffitied our board.
I mean, that cake, it's a solid looking cake. I mean, he drew an immaculate looking cake.
Yeah.
I knew what it was immediately, so kudos to him. I didn't think he could even do that right, let alone engineer our studio very well.
So whoever did this, you're not ruining Cake Day. We're going to erase this cake, and we're going to put our numbers back on the board. We're going to keep track of this. We're going to hit 30 days.
Currently, we're going to erase that, but we're day, what did I say, 7 or 8?
Yes.
Yeah, that.
After today, it'll be 8 straight days.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, so y'all know we have Hefe 2, the new music beta fish. We've had him for quite a while since been doing afternoons here on Rock 106.1. He made the transition to morning with us. And, well, his tank was getting just, a little dirty. It's a fish tank. It happens. So Marshall went out and bought a couple snails to put in this tank to help keep it clean.
Mm-hmm.
And we have yet to name these snails.
So I put up a poll of people suggesting names, and then I threw in a couple of my own. So that poll is currently up on our chat right now. So if you're watching the live stream today, I'm dropping a link right there. Boom. So the link is available for you guys to vote on, and then we are going to officially name our snails closer to the end of the show today.
Yeah, so you have plenty of time to vote. Hop on the stream, do that. You can get the stream, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Be sure to vote. All right, last thing. Coming up top 7 o'clock hour, going to take your calls, comments, and text. 800-394-1061. What is your worst moving experience? Whether it's your move, a buddy's move, you're helping the workplace move, whatever it is. We want your worst moving experience stories. Call, comment, and text now. 800-394-1061. It is the Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
Sean, thanks for sharing that story. Appreciate it. Let's check out the link. Let's see where we're at. You got to vote to see the...
Yeah, I was going to go back and check it. I'm like, I've already voted once. I don't want to overdo it.
I'll vote again. All right, currently there are 12 votes. It's very early. Wayne and Girth have 33%. Wet and Moist have 25%. And Mug and Tug have 25%. And then there's a couple stray votes out there for Ren and Stimpy 2, Jekyll and Hyde. That's kind of it. Yeah, there we go. Interesting. There we go. All right. So, guys, once again, that link is out there. Feel free to vote for our snails' names.
I'm going to get my coffee.
All right. Once again, we're taking your worst movie experience phone calls, text messages, and comments here on the stream. We'll share those with you here at the top of the 7 o'clock hour. Once again, thanks for waking up and hanging with us this morning. Once again, just another show note. We are off for the rest of the week. So today is the only live show that we'll be doing. And then we'll be back all next week with full live shows. We'll have the bands probably coming in the studios, hopefully. Cross your fingers. If not, we'll be talking to them via phone. This coming week, obviously, talking about the 20th anniversary concert happening Saturday, July 3rd. So that's coming up. Going to be working and spending most of my time this week doing stuff for the show. So that's what I'll be doing with my time off. Cotter will be, once again, taking some time off. He'll be off Tuesday through Friday. He's going on a little vacation. But I'll be in the studio. I just won't be on the air. We'll be playing a best of while Cotter's out of town. Also starting here pretty quickly is another chance for you guys to win 20th anniversary show tickets. It'll be posted up here at the Rock 106.1 Facebook in just a little bit, but all you have to do is just go like, comment, and share the post that will pin to the very top of our page, and you'll have an opportunity to win yourself some tickets to our show. It's as easy as that.
Nice.
So do you know what ride you're going to ride first? Universal?
I'm not quite sure which park we're going to first, but whichever one has the Hagrid motorcycle, for whatever reason, that seems to always have the longest wait. So I've been kind of keeping tabs on. There's an app that's a great app telling you how the wait times and everything. So that one always seems to have the longest wait. So whatever one that's
the park on the left.
Whichever one that has, we're gonna hit that first.
Okay.
And then there's other than that, I don't know. I mean, I don't. I mean, we're definitely we're going to grab lunch once at either the Leaky Cauldron or the other one, Hogs, the Three Broomsticks. Do that, just kind of that whole experience.
I think we ate at the Three Broomsticks place.
Okay.
I think.
So yeah, so we're going to do that. I think one of them has specialty beers, right? They brewed just for them.
I don't remember.
And then some have just traditional stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, it's been a couple of years since I've been down there for that. One thing that is very exciting is late last week they opened up the RIP tickets for Halloween Horror Nights at Universal.
Oh, nice.
So I'm going to be purchasing some Rest in Peace tour tickets. It's like a fancy VIP tour where you don't have to wait in any line and they just cycle you through all the houses. It's kind of cool. So
that's awesome.
I'm going to be doing that, I think, the last Saturday of September.
Oh. Rock 106.1, who's this?
Hey, it's Gibby.
Gibby, what's going on, man?
How's it going? So this is the story for one of my worst moves.
Okay.
So I've been to Germany, I've been to Kuwait, I've been to Saudi Arabia, but the worst move was actually here locally between Fuller and Springfield.
Okay.
We used a moving company for this one. I'm not going to name drop anything because these guys hopefully are already out of business. But so they came over to our place. We set up an initial agreement, and, based upon the size and how much stuff we had, and then we had everything loaded up. Took a few hours. It essentially went from 2 guys to 6 people grabbing all of our stuff. And when we got our stuff from from that place to the new place, they added another $450.
What?
In order to, they kept our stuff in the truck, and essentially told us we needed an extra $450 for them to offload it into our new house. They essentially held our stuff for ransom.
Yeah.
Until I can get them another $450.
What?
That's crazy, man. So I mean, you obviously paid them, but like, when you talk to them and been like, yeah, this is BS, what did they say to you? They were like, nope, just give us $450 or we're keeping your stuff.
They had everything under a lock. They had everything in my stuff padlocked inside. And essentially, when I initially signed the contract over at the old place, there was a little snippet in one of the extra pages that wasn't in when I initially read it.
Okay.
So essentially, it's like, gotcha, bitch.
That is shady as hell.
So I called one of my buddies, one of my good friends out in California, and he was able to wiregram me the money.
Yeah,
so in order for me to get my hostage stuff.
Well, that just sounds like hell.
Yeah, that does not sound good at all.
Well, sorry.
Yeah, well, I mean, the most valuable stuff that I had, I kept on my person, in my car and in our truck at the time. So we kept all those, the important documents and firearms, that kind of stuff.
Right.
So I was able to have those. So all the rest of the stuff was a lot, the large, bulky, everything else like that. But yeah, going from Germany to the U.S. and out to Saudi Arabia and all that stuff, that wasn't bad. Those were very smooth. It was the stuff here locally when I had to depend on someone else to go ahead and do the job. That's when all hell broke loose for me.
Yeah, that sucks, man.
Well, dude, thank you so much for calling in and giving us that call, Gibby.
Hey, glad I could contribute. And all those that are listening, if you're not part of the horde, get there.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it.
Thanks, man.
All right, thanks, dude.
Later, guys.
I see ya.
All right, Gibby, thanks for joining us on the phone right there. So where the hell was he? He's at the airport or something?
I don't know.
That's crazy
Probably
background noise. So anyway, thanks for calling in, Gibby. We'll get that call in the air here in just a bit. We'll need to jump off and edit that here in a second. Thomas, Sean, thank you so much for sharing your stories. Guys, once again, we are taking your stories on what is your worst moving experience. It could be just for your own stuff, like what happened to Gibby, or it could be maybe you're moving something for the company. You blew your back out, you blew your knee out. I had to move my own stuff from when we got a new building for our radio station. They're like, okay, everyone, move your own computer and your own desk. And I'm like, I don't think I should have to do this, but we all did.
Yeah.
Go ahead and share your stories with us here on the Cotter and Marshall Show, please, via the chat, text message, or by phone.
Since we've got some time, I'm going to edit this up real quick, guys.
Okay. So we'll be right back.
We'll be back.
All right, guys, back on the chat. Thanks for hanging out with us there as Cotter was editing up Gibby's phone call, so we could play that back during our segment. Once again, feel free to drop in your stories.
So I got one from Facebook.
How much time we got before we go on?
We've got about 3.5 minutes. I've got several. None of them are too horribly long.
Dave says, in the process of moving, only have 15 boxes packed, CDs and NASCAR diecast. Cool. Once again, guys, we are sharing your stories on what is your worst moving experience. Feel free to share them with us. And then we're going to share those here in just a few moments.
Salsa Mark. Oh, he didn't name the snails. Let's see. Looking worst moving experience.
Oh, you got some on the text?
Yeah, Salsa Mark.
Perfect. Oh, cool. All right, so I've got two I could probably knock out on the first break.
Okay. Oh, Jesus. All right. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, I've got a couple. I mean, like I said, nothing real long.
Yes, I mean, how about this? Because we're not like overly inundated with stories right now. Let's do you, and then I'll do. Okay, let's do you. I'll do Sean, and then I'll do mine.
Okay.
On the first break. Second break, we'll come back with the phone call.
Okay.
And you'll do Lindsay, and I've got one from Thomas. And if we don't have any more, and then you'll wrap it up with Salsa, and then we'll wrap it up at 2.
Okay.
And we'll go from there. So this first break, I'll do Sean, and then I'll do mine. Once again, guys, thanks for hanging out with us. If you do have a story about your worst moving experience, if you could think of something, feel free to drop it into the chat. You can also text us. Also, call us, 1-800-394-1061.
All right, guys, got about 30 seconds. All right, guys, be right back. Got some great stories coming up about your worst moving experience. It's got some good stuff. You can call, comment, and text 800-394-1061. Don't forget, jump on that live stream, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Join the Horde. Like, follow, and subscribe. So once again, call, comment, and text with your worst moving experience, 800-394-1061. I've got a couple. When we first moved to Georgia, my dad drove with my wife and kids, and I drove separately because we had two different cars. We got separated, and I ended up getting here about 2 hours before my wife and my dad and kids. I don't remember what happened. It was 13 years ago, but I got here about 2 hours. Now, the problem was I couldn't get the key into our apartment because it had something to do with the credit card Dana had. I don't know. Anyway, I couldn't get the key. So I just sat in the parking lot of our apartment for about 2 hours before anybody showed up and we can do anything. There was the one where I took my son back to school last year, and the trip back
was horrific.
Was the trip from hell.
It was a horror show.
That was the one where my tires are basically disintegrating somewhere in West Virginia. I had to stop and pay $800 to get 4 new tires in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
Got to Asheville, my check engine light came on, had to drop another couple $100 there, and that started the process of my car just never coming back. That's why I now own a different car.
Yeah.
It all started a year ago. And then there was the time we moved to Lincoln, Nebraska, and the trip itself wasn't bad. There wasn't like a disaster story about moving, but my wife was teaching. She was working. So basically, I had to move to Lincoln, Nebraska for about 4 months by myself while my wife and kids stayed in Illinois. And that whole process sucked. I mean, just being there by yourself or your family's, 8 hours away drive-wise. I'm staying in this tiny 1-bedroom apartment. And I mean, not that there's any bad places in Lincoln, Nebraska, but where the neighborhood had nothing to do. So that it wasn't the move itself, the actual move, but me moving there, that experience was just absolutely abysmal.
Yeah, I mean, people have terrible moving experiences all the time. Sean had one, and he shared it on the chat. He goes, my worst moving experience was probably the move from Florida to Minnesota. It was just me and a Honda Element loaded with my necessities and what I could fit. Only stop I made was a couple nights in Savannah and 1 night in Alpharetta. And then it was about a day and a half of driving myself through some of the most terrible parts of our country. Missouri, which I can agree is the most boring, one of the most boring states to drive through. Iowa in the pitch black, which is slightly terrifying because, Iowa. And then he goes, it was just a very long and lonely drive. Now, Melissa has a completely different side of this moving tale. Now, obviously, drives can be really long and boring. One of the most boring states I ever drove through was Nebraska. Sorry. Bob.
No, I agree 100%.
It's flat nothingness. I felt like I fell into the void, the anus of America, because there was nothing there. It was the butthole of America, and it was just this desolate, dry, brown landscape of garbage. That is Nebraska to me.
There's like 2 cities in Nebraska, and they're both within the first half an hour of the state. You hit Omaha, you hit Lincoln, and then there is nothing left for about 1,000 miles.
It was a terrible, terrible drive. But, I mean, there's that side of the coin when it comes to moving experiences. Then there's something like this. Melissa said, I had to move 15 grandfather clocks from my dad's home to mine after he passed away. My friend got pinned under one in the U-Haul.
No.
I thought he was a goner. It fell on top of him. He lived.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good.
Absolutely terrifying that must have been for Melissa. Could you imagine? Like, hey, yeah, just come help me with this grandfather clock. It definitely won't fall on top of you and kill you. Oh, man. I mean, for mine, I was moving from central Illinois to Las Vegas.
Okay.
And I've never driven across the country by myself ever before. I was 24 at the time. So I asked my brother. He's worldly at this point. He's done tours in Iraq and Afghanistan.
Yeah.
He's driven all over the country. I'm like, hey, will you help me move? He goes, absolutely. Just buy me my plane ticket home. Not a big deal.
Seems fair.
Not a big deal. So when I got in the car, we didn't talk about this. I was 20. I didn't even think about it. I'm like, yeah, so how are we going to do this? Do you want to stop in Nebraska? Because we stopped and saw you. I'm like, we could probably spend the night there. You want to stop calling? You're like, no, we'll just drive through. We drove 26 straight hours from central Illinois to Las Vegas. And at the end, I was just like delirious.
I bet.
I don't think I've ever stayed up that long before. And my brother at that point is like, I haven't slept for days before. Like, this is easy. Like, he was nailing this drive, and I felt like I just completely failed near the end of it. Like the last 3 or 4 hours driving through Arizona and actually into Las Vegas, like this weird fever dream. I don't remember it really happening, but I do remember it happening, and that was one of the craziest, worst moves I've made.
All right, 800-394-1061. Call, comment, and text. Got a great call from Gibby coming up next. But what is your worst moving experience? Call, comment, and text now. 800-394-1061. It's Five Finger Death Punch. Darkness settles in. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 1061.
Yeah, sometimes it's a bad drive, a boring drive. Sometimes it's just a weird, long, delirious drive. Other times a grandfather clock falls on you. Melissa, what a story. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, it's like the move out to Lincoln. It was exciting because it was the first time I was moving from Illinois. So that part was exciting. And the initial rush of maybe the first couple weeks of, being by myself. It's like, that was cool. But then you're just, that runs out quick. And you're just like, I miss my wife. I miss my kids. Talking to them on the phone is cool and all. But I mean, that was like the longest several months of my life, just waiting for them to be able to move to Lincoln. That part sucked.
All right, guys, if you got any movie experiences that you'd like to share with us, feel free to do so. We're going to come back on the air here in about 3.5 minutes, share the rest of your stories, and then we'll move on. Bottom of the hour, we got Big Money Monday. If you haven't texted us yet, 1-800-394-1061. That is the phone number. Feel free to text us your first name and then a number between 1 and 9, and then we will roll this beautiful bingo machine right here. And then if your number appears in that ball, you win a $50 Visa gift card. We've been on an epic drought of like 4, 5, 6 weeks at this point. We need to break it. We need to get this thing going. And also, once again, 2 really things you should know about the show today. First and foremost, we are naming our snails. That's right. If you're new to the stream and you haven't voted yet, going to go ahead and drop in the snail vote. Jeremy, thank you so much for sharing your story, bud. But I just dropped the link just in case you haven't voted yet when it comes to the snail vote. We're going to officially name our snails right around 9 o'clock today, just before we do the drunk line voicemails. Sean, thanks for sharing, dropping your number in, man. Once again, if you guys have not yet, Big Money Monday coming up here in about, 15, 20 minutes or so. Make sure to text us, 1-800-394-1061, your first name and then a number between 1 and 9. Sean, you can't make up a new name for the snails. You have to go off the list. Speaking of, let's see where we are on the vote. Okay, there's currently 17 votes. The current winner is Wet and Moist. Second place is Wayne and Girth. And then Mug and Tug is coming in third.
I'm gonna lie, Wayne and Girth are my favorite. All right, so coming back here, I can tell one of these before we get into the call so we can kind of kill the bed. Unless you have one you want to read.
I've only got 2, so why don't you just kick off the break, mention Big Money Monday maybe?
Sure.
To help kill the bed, and then share one of your stories. I'll share my 2 that I have, and then wrap up with your final one, whichever one you think is...
Yeah.
Whichever one you think is the better zinger.
Sure.
But I got 2 short ones. That's kind of all I got today.
All right, guys, got about 30 seconds.
All right, coming back once again with some of your worst moving experiences. After that, we'll be doing some Big Money Monday, baby. Big Money Monday, baby.
Okay, be right back. We got Big Money Monday coming up here toward the end of the hour. Your chance to win a $50 gift card. All you got to do, hook us up with a text, first name and a number 1 through 9. Send that to 800-394-1061. Now, we are taking your calls, comments, and texts today. All about your worst moving experience. Salsa Mark hit us up. He said his worst experience was when he moved from the Florida Keys to Aiken, South Carolina. He said he hauled his pickup truck on the trailer with a U-Haul truck, and he could only drive 45 miles per hour the entire way because the truck was loaded wrong and it would fishtail. So instead of taking a day and a half, it took 3.5 days to drive 700 miles.
I was going to say, it must have took like a week to get from the Keys to South Carolina, only going 45.
I mean, I've been to the Keys. Once you get there is great, but the drive itself, it's okay. So I can't imagine doing 45 the entire way.
Yeah, that sucks big time, man. I got a couple here on the chat. Thomas shared one. He goes, "It was my trip moving from Charlotte to Savannah. A buddy and I rode in the back of a very hot effing U-Haul with dogs and birds, and we ran out of weed."
That sounds miserable. Just to be in the back of a U-Haul for any extended period of time? Yeah. That just sounds bad. None good comes from that.
It sounds like the worst way to move. Jeremy shared one, and I think we can all relate to this because we've all hurt ourselves or most likely thrown out our backs doing something like this. He goes, "My worst move was moving my brother from Savannah to Atlanta. Short drive, 3.5 hours-ish. He goes, we had to get all the furniture up 3 flights of stairs, just me and him. That's the absolute worst, guys. Oh, I feel so bad for you.
Call, comment, and text 800-394-1061. What is your worst moving experience? Gibby, give us a call.
Germany, I've been to Kuwait, I've been to Saudi Arabia, but the worst move was actually here locally between Fuller and Springfield. We used to moving companies for this one. I'm not going to name drop anything for these guys. Hopefully I already out of business. So over to our place, we set up an initial agreement. We had everything loaded up. Took a few hours. It essentially went from 2 guys to 6 people grabbing all of our stuff. And when we got our stuff from from that place to the new place, and essentially had us needing an extra $450 for them to offload it into our new house. They essentially held our stuff for ransom.
Yeah.
Until I can get them another $450.
What?
And we had everything under our lock. They had everything in my stuff padlocked inside. And essentially, when I initially signed the contract over at the old place, there was a little bit in one of the extra pages that wasn't in when I initially read it.
That whole thing seems sketchy as hell.
Yeah, you got to make sure you guys read the contracts and have a very thorough conversation if you're hiring movers on doing that. I actually hired movers from Vegas to here.
Yeah.
It cost me, I think it was like $4,000. Was it $4,000? $2,000. Anyway, it's a couple $1,000 to move all my stuff here. And I didn't have a situation like that, but it took like a week and a half to get here. And they told us yeah, we're taking all your belongings up to New York first, and then we're going to come down the coast because they shoved multiple family stuff in a big semi.
Sure.
And mine was just in the very back.
Yeah.
So I was like the first one loaded in. So it was kind of crazy to have to wait almost 2 weeks to get any of my stuff after living in here in like a shack with only an air mattress. Kind of sucked.
All right, Lindsay hit us up on Facebook. She said, moving into our current apartment while we're bringing a dresser up the stairs, the dresser slipped off the dolly and pinned my husband and our friend that was helping. I had to climb over the stair railing, U-shaped stairs, yank the dolly off of them. My husband threatened to take a hatchet to the furniture if I don't hire movers when we move out. Dude, the first time you hire movers, you will never go back.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I'm not saying you're going to go full in and hire expensive stuff, but when we first moved here, we did the cube thing where you throw everything in the cube, they come pick it up, they drop it off. So we hired movers because we were on the 3rd floor of the apartment complex. The best, I don't remember how much it was, $1,000, $1,500, the best money ever spent.
Right.
I didn't have to lug anything up those 3 flights of stairs to get it up to the top.
I would almost rather live in a tent than live on the 3rd floor of an apartment building ever again.
All right, coming up next, we're going to talk 20th anniversary concert. This thing is 2 weeks away, guys, but we got details on how you can score some tickets this week, so stick around. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us again. Thanks for sharing your stories. We do appreciate that. Obviously, a couple things to keep hitting on, just so you guys know. First and foremost, this is the only live show we're going to do this week. We're going to take the next couple days off. We'll be playing a best of show on the air. And then I may pop on one day this week for like a short live feed. It'll be like around 8 o'clock. And then we also have an unreleased video I was thinking about sharing if you wanted me to. I didn't know if you want me to keep that or not.
Which one?
The baseball one.
Oh, yeah. That's cool.
I was thinking about sharing that just so we have some content go out this week.
That's a good idea.
So we may have some unreleased footage.
Did we ever share the TV commercial?
The TV commercial, no.
We can also do that.
Yeah.
Throw that up.
Morning, Wanda. Thanks for joining the show this morning. Look at that.
What up, Wanda?
But once again, thank you for sharing your stories with your worst moving experiences. And then, I have actually got this post. With this, I was thinking we do a like the post, tag someone who would go with you, and share it. So like, tag, and share.
Okay. I like that. Oh, that email. Oh, shit. Good. I haven't sent that email yet. Let me swap up my talking points.
Morning, Greg. How are you, buddy? Thanks for joining the show this morning. Coming up next, we're going to talk to you guys about... Oh, Dylan, what's up, man? We're going to talk to you guys about how you can win yourself some tickets to our 20th anniversary show. Again, I know, we're too good to you. Yeah, so once again, this is the only live show we're doing this week. Obviously, we've been really good about not taking any time off these first few months, so it is time. It is time for Cotter to get the hell out of town for a few days, to treat himself and the family. And then we'll be back next week with shows live every single day leading up to our 20th anniversary show. And then after that, obviously, it's the 4th of July, which is weird to say out loud.
I know, right?
And then the week after that, I'm gone for an entire week and a day.
Morning, Greg. Dylan.
Guys, we're also naming our snails. So everyone jumping on the live stream right now, we had a few people jump on. If you haven't already, please vote on the names of our snails. We're naming them officially at 9 o'clock today. So I just dropped the link in the chat. Feel free to hit that link and vote for your favorite name. And then we'll officially name our snails here in like an hour and 15 minutes or so.
Yep. Oh, man. Do not want to go to the tag office today. At all.
Oh, yeah. No one ever does.
No. Not the highlight of my day by any means.
And it's not just a renewal, so you can't just like
yeah, I know.
Do it online. You have to should they have mailed you that? With the should they have mailed you the tag after buying your vehicle?
So what they gave us from the dealership was the temporary tag that lasts a month. They couldn't extend it. You had to go in and give them. I mean, you could probably do something online, but we didn't get it until late last week. The letter from the dealership. So I just got to go in. Basically, here's the bill of sale. Here's the insurance. Here's my ID, and then they will give me the proper documentation. It shouldn't take very long.
And we're choosing the winner on Friday, right, for this? Because you wanted to do or did you want to end it Thursday?
It ends at Thursday, and then we'll do Friday through the weekend for a second one.
So one winner this Thursday at 5 p.m.?
Yeah, that works.
Okay.
You actually have a tag on your front and back plates? I've never seen that. I mean, Illinois, we had 2 plates, but you just put the tag on the back plate.
Yeah.
Interesting. Do you have to pay for both of them? Are they really effing you over? Like in Nebraska, when I first went in to get my tag, they had a tire tax. So you had to pay $10 for every tire in your car.
Really?
Yeah, so $40 extra just for the hell of it. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
A tire tax?
Tire tax.
I mean, how else would they make tax money in Nebraska? There's nothing there to tax. So I completely understand why they would do that. All right, that post is pinned to the top of the page officially as of 10 seconds ago.
Minnesota money hungry. Yes.
Prime Day has started. Just call me a broke-ass bitch, says Tony. Is there anything really worth going on Prime Day that's really worth our money? I looked last year and I was like, there's nothing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nothing here for me.
I will say with my wife being in Illinois and Arkansas, like basically the last 2 weeks, the amount of packages from Amazon we received dropped drastically.
They weren't making their usual Tuesday and Thursday deliveries to your house?
They were not.
Yeah, because they were getting delivered to Illinois.
I got 2 packages when they were gone instead of, something almost daily.
Wow.
So
that's where all your money's going. A streaming computer. That would be nice to buy. You know what? I do have our boss's credit card.
Oh.
Yeah, he's on. Aaron's on vacation this week. I don't know if he'll even be chiming in on the show like he usually does, but he's on vacation and he gave me his credit card just in case I need to buy anything while he was away. So
it was brave of him.
Yeah, very brave of him. I wouldn't have done it.
No.
Get a squatty potty. Everyone needs one of those. I do have one of those.
All right, got about 2.5 minutes. Going to talk 20th anniversary concert, how you can score some tickets this week. Yeah, man, that show is under 2 weeks away. Jesus, it's gone by so quick.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, this week I'm creating our vendor passes and our all access badges. I'm going to pick up our radios so we can communicate to one another at the show. Going to be setting up a walkthrough on how to scan tickets for next week.
Okay.
I've got a walkthrough with some clients of ours tomorrow at 11. I got all sorts of stuff to do this week.
With no show and nobody here this week, you'll be more productive this week than you've been in the past 2 years.
Oh yeah, I'll be incredibly productive today.
I got about 90 seconds.
All right, guys. Once again, thanks for hanging out with us on the show this morning. Coming up next, we're going to tell you guys about, the post we were just talking about with you on the live stream. Your chance to win 20th anniversary show tickets. If you have not won them yet, you can go to our Facebook page and tag, and share for your chance to win some tickets. Also, let's talk about our remote this Friday.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So we'll give everyone the double shot of how they can win. Two days of epic deals.
Mm-hmm.
Oof. Cool.
30 seconds.
We have the landscaping guys right outside our windows right now, blowing their air blowers. Definitely not quite at all.
No. All right, guys, be right back. The Rock 1061 20th anniversary concert is under 2 weeks away, Marshall. That's ridiculous to think about. Puddle of Mud, Filter Sponge, of course, 2 great local bands, Lilac and Whaleboat. Tickets on sale now at etix.com, also rock1061.com. But this week, we've got multiple ways for you to score free tickets.
All right, let's break down the social media way first. If you go to the Rock 1061 Facebook page, you can tag a friend that you want to take to the concert, and then share our post, which is pinned to the very top. We'll choose one person to score tickets for that this coming Thursday at 5 p.m. Plus, I'm going to be out broadcasting live at one of my favorite places, Emperor's Gentlemen's Club of Savannah, from 9 to 11. This coming Friday night, I'm going to be out there. Hook someone up with a pair of VIP tickets. They are the sponsor. Emperor's is the VIP sponsor, so it was only natural to give away a pair of VIP tickets for our 20th anniversary show. So right there's 2 ways to win tickets with us this week. Just come out and see me at Emperor's this coming Friday, starting at 9, or go to our social media page and tag, and share right now.
So this will be our first stop at Emperor's since the pandemic.
Right.
So it's like a glorious return.
I feel like, those girls have been suffering without my $1 bills for the longest time. I'm ready to do my part. I'm ready to bring America back.
I love it.
I'm ready.
Perfect.
Nature is healing, guys. Nature's healing.
So plenty of opportunities to score tickets. Of course, you can buy tickets for the 20th anniversary show at etix.com. Also, rock1061.com. Coming up next, going to have a chance to win a $50 gift card with Big Money Monday. Details after Falling in Reverse. It's Popular Monster. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 1061.
So I'm looking at some Amazon Prime deals right now. Cotter, I could get you a bottle of prenatal multivitamins for only $22.99.
Okay.
Thoughts? Would you like that?
I think I'm good. Thanks.
Want me to get that for you for a birthday gift this year?
I'm good. Thank you, though.
What about a industrial end table? 2 tiers, $32.
Once again, I think I'm good.
What about a Triton poker folding 8 and 10 player poker table, casino style, fully assembled with interchangeable mats and wheel? $1,200.
Jeez.
It's only $1,200.
Yeah, that's the deal.
Yeah. Deals on Amazon devices. I don't want any of those crappy Amazon devices. Get out of here. All right, guys. What's going on, Brendan? Get those prenatals. His hair will be luxurious. Is
I didn't think of that.
that what those are for? Is that what they do?
I have no idea. All right, got about 2.5 minutes.
So coming up, dudes and dudettes, we'll be breaking down some summer facts for you. Also, we're going to be rolling out Big Money Monday. If you want in on your chance to win a $50 Visa gift card, then you need to text us right now. 1-800-394-1061. Your first name and then a number between 1 and 9. When you do that, you will be in the running to possibly be chosen as the one, like Neo from The Matrix, to be spun for. All right, landscaping guy. Oh, that's just Joe. Joe, the landscaping guy. Maybe we could find Tim some reference books on Prime, says Charles. I think he needs a lot more than books right now. Maybe you can get writer stuff off of Prime. I've actually already bought some stuff from Amazon in regards to our writers. Most of it at this point is like energy drinks. And like soups and granola bars and stuff. And yeah, that's kind of the stuff I have to go buy this week. I'm going to buy some like big plastic totes to fit everything into as well. Tony, I also need to borrow your coffee machines. Whenever those are ready, just let me know. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do any... I don't think I'm going to purchase any writer stuff today. I'm actually going to do all of our badges. I have to make, like 140 of them. So that'll take a little while. Looking for something to wear to the concert. Oh, I got my American flag headband.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I will. I got to grab that and show that off.
I like it. All right, guys, be right back. Big Money Monday is coming up in just moments. If you haven't entered yet, very simple. All you got to do is drop us a text, 800-394-1061. Just need your first name and a number 1 through 9 here coming up in just minutes. We're going to select one person, and we'll spin the bingo machine, see if we can give away $50. We're in a drought. We would love to break that today.
Yeah, it's like a 6-week drought. It's been 6 depressing weeks of not giving away our boss's cash, and it's bothering us.
It'd be a nice way, because today is the first official day, first full day of summer.
Right.
So it'd be a great way to kick off summer by giving away our boss's money. Speaking of summer, just came across 10 random summer fun facts.
Yeah.
Stuff like, number 1, the term dog days of summer. Never knew where it came from. Well, now you're going to learn. Comes from astronomy. Sirius is called the dog star and rises in late July. In ancient Greece, the dog days meant the hottest part of the year.
Which is the month of July? Really? Is that the hottest? I thought it was August.
Here it's just every day.
Yeah,
every day is the hottest.
Every day
it just keeps getting hotter.
Even at 5 a.m. I'm like, why is it so hot outside?
Dude, I got to my car about 3:15 this morning, and I'm like, why is it so humid? It's 3:15. It's ridiculous.
Once again, today is the first official full day of summer. Technically, summer started last night at 11:32 p.m. So we're currently living the first full day of summer as of this very moment. Now, when it comes to summer fun facts, I got another one for you, Cotter.
Okay.
How about this? The world's largest scoop of ice cream weighs 3,010 pounds. A company in Wisconsin pulled it off in 2014, then used it to hand out free scoops all weekend long. That's 1.5 tons of ice cream.
It's a lot of ice cream, man. I'm down for that.
What kind of flavor do you think it was?
Probably something boring. They probably just went vanilla.
If it wasn't mint chocolate chip, then they should strike that from the record.
Is that your favorite? Mint chocolate chip?
It's top 3.
Okay.
It's top 3.
I respect that.
Hey, Rocky Road, this is a real rough take. Rocky Road, garbage ice cream.
I'm not a fan of Rocky Road. My wife's favorite's butter pecan. Once again, it's not my thing.
Butter pecan?
Yeah.
That's her favorite?
Yeah. I know, right?
Man, I could go on about that for a while, but let's not.
Number 3 on this list of summer fun facts: tend to be happier in summer. I get that. Study in 2011 found it to be true by analyzing tweets from 2.4 million people. They say it might be because there's just more sun. I think... Yeah, I mean, it's warmer, weather's better, we're out taking summer vacation, people are taking more days off. I 100% think I'm happier during the summer.
Yeah, getting drunk outside is much more fun than getting drunk inside. That is a proven fact.
All right, number 4, the Eiffel Tower gets 6 inches taller in the summer because the metal expands from the heat.
Which is the exact opposite of us. When it's cold outside, we get 6 inches smaller. So that's a crazy one.
All right, number 5, Wham-O started selling Frisbees in 1957, but the first Frisbee were actually pie tins college students like to throw around, and it was also where the name came from. They got the tins from the Frisbee Pie Company in Bridgeport, Connecticut.
So did they get trademark that name? Like, does the Frisbee Pie Company make extra income off just the name of Frisbee?
I bet they're no longer around. I'd be willing to bet the Frisbee Pie Company is no longer around, and maybe they sold the name to Wham-O? I don't know. Let's Google that during the break.
No, I'm definitely doing that.
All right, Marshall's going to Google that. We're coming back. Big Money Monday. Your chance to win a $50 gift card. Text us your first name and a number 1 through 9. 800-394-1061. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 1061.
Googling that right now.
Excuse me.
So the pie company was closed in 1958, but reopened in 2016.
Really?
By a fella who was a Frisbee player, collector, and historian, acquired the license and distribution rights to the Frisbee Pie Company. He relaunched the company in 2016 in Bridgeport, Connecticut, and began distributing pies throughout the region in early 2017. They sell pies based on the original Frisbee Pie Company recipe.
Well, that's cool. So I'm interested. I mean, so I'm guessing there's different naming rights, one for the pie and one for the toy?
Probably.
That's weird. Okay.
So let's see. Yep, it's still open to this very day.
Oh, good for them.
The pies still look delicious.
Cricket won't let me text you guys. Really? That is bizarre.
Like the phone company, Cricket? You are the only person in the history of ever that I know that actually uses that service. Good for you, man.
I used it when we first got here.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because when we first got here, I didn't, we had like no money. So we had to go low ball for the phone.
Yeah. I'm so sorry that's happening to you, Greg.
Man, all kinds of people entering for Big Money Monday.
So our fashionista of the show, Lauren Wolverton.
Oh, yeah. Did she finally respond?
Well, I sent her that message last week on if it's acceptable to wear a USA headband for our concert, because I brought it up and I had a few of you guys of the Horde tell me it was a bad idea. Well, I bought one anyway.
I think it's a great idea.
So she has finally gotten back to me. I give the USA headband, this is from Lauren Wolverton, our fashionista of the show. We ask her when it comes to fashion, I give that USA headband the green light.
Yes.
I'm planning on wearing some kind of USA cowboy hat, so I don't have to worry about my hair either. Let's go, is what she said. Let's go. The headband is in, baby. Here we go. Here we go. So excited. No big money for the G-Man. Sorry, man. That's just the way it goes. Actually, speaking of, who are we going to roll for?
Go ahead and pick today, man.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Little old me? All right. I'll do that.
Make the selection.
I'll tell you who it won't be. It won't be Greg. Do you want to roll first, or do you want to do the summer facts?
Let's finish the summer facts and end with the thing.
Okay.
Because it's hopefully we'll end on a high point with a win.
I like that. All right.
See, time-wise, we still got we still got about 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Let's see. Who have we not rolled for? Okay, I like it. Okay, here we go. We are going to roll today. Should I say it or should I hold on to it?
I'll
hold on to it. I'll hold on to it.
I'll hold on to it. A little bit.
How much time we got before we jump into break?
We still have about 4 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, 4-ish minutes.
I'm going to go grab my USA headband.
Okay, nice. Did
you ever grab your coffee?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right, so obviously Big Money Monday. We'll wrap up the 7 o'clock hour. We're going to talk band riders at top of the 8 o'clock hour, get to some Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout trivia. We're going to announce the snails' names, top of the 9 o'clock hour. I'm going to get to our drunk line calls. I split one call into two because it was like they were talking about one thing and then just randomly went into hockey. I mean, very bizarre. So we'll get to those. And, of course, we'll wrap up the show with Marshall's Music News. 3 stories today. All right. Don't know what that is. Marty McFly invented the Frisbee. Hashtag check your facts. I love that. Because if you remember, he threw the Frisbee and he flipped it over and it's like, oh, Frisbee Pie Company.
All right, here we go. Here's the American flag headband. All right, here we go. Boom.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna wear the American flag headband day of the show because America, and also it's gonna be hot as hell.
Yeah,
I'll fix the hair, but this is my look. I think that day. Kind of tight though.
Oh, is it?
I have a gigantic fucking head.
So. You need to break it in, stretch it out a bit.
All right. Hef's tank should have some black light glowing on in it. They have rocks that glow and look really cool. Oh. Thing is with betta fish is you're supposed to keep them in the dark at night. So that's why we make sure we turn all the lights off at night. Betta fish has got to sleep too.
All right, got about 2.5 minutes. Wrap up this list of summer facts, then give away or hopefully give away some money with Big Money Monday. Oh, man. I'm ready for the time off.
I bet you are, man.
So we're taking time the rest of this week off, and then we're going to take some time off at the end of July. So obviously we're going to a theme park for 2 days, so it's not a lot of downtime.
Right.
Craziness and running around. And then the end of July, we are just going to Airbnb a place down in Florida on a lake. Just going to hang out and chill for a weekend, a long weekend. So that
what days are you going to the park?
We're going to go to the park Wednesday, Thursday.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to drive down tomorrow because we're going to drive down and we don't have to get up like at 6 o'clock to get there when the park opens. Get up at a decent time. I'm going to drive down. I've convinced everybody to swing by Chuy's either in Orlando or Jacksonville on the way down for lunch. So we're going to do that. So go to Chuy's and then
At this point, are they just like, Dad, there's 1,000 other restaurants we could stop by?
Yeah, I don't care. And then we're going to, I guess Universal has their version of like Downtown Disney, but I'm guessing it's not as, large. So we'll probably hit up that for a bit and just kind of screw around Orlando for the day.
Yeah.
And then get up tomorrow morning or get up the next morning, go to the park.
Oh, Sean, thank you so much. I sent Sean the Drunkline flyer.
Oh, nice.
Months ago, I think at this point, weeks ago. He said he's going to put some up in Sheboygan, Wisconsin at the Road at Road America over the 4th of July weekend.
I want calls from Sheboygan.
Dennis, I'm totally rocking the headband. It's going to happen. Me, the mullet, the headband, the Rock 106.1 staff shirts, which we got those in the other day. Pretty excited about those.
Yep.
Speaking of, make sure I give you those shirts before you leave today.
Okay.
So, not to put a damper on your Universal Studios party, the weather this week is rough.
We are now. Yeah, I looked because we were looking here, and it was supposed to rain like all this week here, and Dana's like, "Look in Orlando, the exact same thing."
Yeah.
So yeah, we realized it. You know what? Don't care. We're going anyway. All right, be right back.
Absolutely.
All right, fingers crossed that here in just a moment we'll give away a $50 gift card with Big Money Monday. Before we get to that, though, let's finish up this list. Just some fun summer facts, as today is the first full day of summer. Summer officially kicked off last night around 11:32. Number 6 on this list of 10 facts, we'll eat around 150 million hot dogs on the 4th of July weekend alone. It's enough to stretch across the country. More than 5 times.
Yeah. Do you like hot dogs? Is that like your number one go-to when it comes to 4th of July?
No. I like hot dogs. I very rarely eat hot dogs at the house. If we're at a campfire, you want to do a wiener roast?
Yeah.
Bring it on.
Yeah, I like myself too much to actually eat hot dogs anywhere inside or around my house. But if it's at the ballpark,
yes,
or it's camping, those places are very acceptable when it comes to eating a hot dog.
Every now and then we'll have chili dogs at the house. And then that'll be the only time we eat hot dogs.
That's when your family hates you the most.
Love me a good chili dog. Bring it on. Good stuff.
Well, the effects that happens to you. Let's go to the next one. We're breaking down some summer facts because today's the first full day of summer. It started last night, 11:32 p.m. There are over 300 varieties of watermelon in the world. I honestly thought there was just 2. I thought there was seeds and no seeds.
What's different? I don't know. What makes a
different
watermelon
color? Maybe
I don't know.
One more pink.
How good are they with mustard?
Gross.
Well, I mean, watermelon mustard thing. We tried.
Still kind of gross.
That's 300. Number 8 on this list. There's enough water in an Olympic-sized swimming pool to take 9,400 baths. That's enough to take 1 bath a day for 25 years.
Well, I only take one a week. That's my rule. How many do you take a week?
Bath?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you the last time I took a bath.
Oh, shower. Well, how many showers do you take?
I shower, multiple times a week.
Oh, okay, fine. You're rich. We get it. All right, pal. The next one we got coming up is breaking down the summer facts. Popsicles were invented by mistake. Back in 1905, a guy in San Francisco left some sugary water out overnight and it froze. Then he realized it was delicious. Once again. Okay, fine. You leave some sugary water outside by accident. The first thing you're going to do is lick it? Like in the morning, you're like, oh, this is crazy. Like, what are you doing?
Popsicles are one of the most overrated snacks ever. I am not a fan of popsicles at all. Even worse are the Freezy Pops coming out of the plastic tube.
No, the plastic tube is the preferable way of eating a popsicle for me. I hate the taste of the tongue depressor popsicle because it reminds me of going to the doctor. Honestly, I got nauseated just thinking about it when I said it. But yeah, the tongue depressor, it grosses me out. I would rather eat the tube popsicle instead of the real whatever.
I couldn't tell you the last time I had a popsicle. They're disgusting. I don't know what it is. Number 10, Americans drink about 3 billion gallons of iced tea a year. I think a billion gallons alone, probably here in Savannah, with sweet tea. According to the National Tea Association, over 75% of all tea we drink is of the iced variety.
Yeah, because the iced knocks down the actual flavor of tea because it's kind of gross.
Really? You don't like tea?
I mean, yeah, when it has like 12 pounds of sugar in it.
I will say.
I love Savannah tea.
I will say, moving to the South and just getting a sweet tea. I mean, if you go back up north and you go to a restaurant and you're like, can I get sweet tea? They're like, I'll give you packets of sugar. Is that cool? It's like, no, it's not cool because it's not the same thing.
Yeah, every time I drink a sweet tea here in the South, I have to go brush my teeth immediately afterwards because I feel my teeth decaying.
All right, it is time for Big Money Monday. Hopefully, we are on a drought here. Let's kick off summer by giving away a $50 gift card. Marshall, who are we playing for today?
We're playing for Michael. Hold on, let me confirm this. Yeah, Michael, he has the number, what did he choose? 4.
Okay.
Michael chose number 4 today.
Here we go, Michael. Here we go. We want to give away some money.
All right, hold on. Let me make sure that's cleared. Okay, all right, here we go. Big Money Monday, guys. $50 Visa gift card going out to Michael. If the number 4 shows up on his bingo ball, Cotter.
Yeah.
Today, Michael did not get the number 4.
Okay.
He got 2 4s, 44, Michael! Yes! Ba-da-ba, 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 ba-da-ba. Mike 44, 44, 44, 44. Michael! You! Michael! The streak is broke! Summer is here! We did it! Yes! Yes! Woo!
Are you okay?
Woo!
Are you okay?
Woo! Woo!
Okay. That's okay.
Guys, we did it! We did it! The streak is broke! 44! 40! Not only 1 4, 2 4s, Cotter!
I'm so happy for you. Maybe more so than Michael. You gotta have like an aneurysm. You need to be careful.
I was just so excited.
Get older.
We broke the streak,
Your body can't handle this stuff anymore.
We broke the streak.
I'm happy. I'm glad we get to give away our boss's money. All right. Coming up top of the 8 o'clock hour, we've got a concert coming up on July 3rd. Maybe you've heard the Rock 106.1 20th anniversary show. Marshall now is taking care of all of the band's writers.
Oh, yeah.
All the crazy stuff they want when they roll into town.
There's some weird stuff on there, man.
So we're going to break these down. Coming up top of the 8 o'clock hour, Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
Does he get double the money?
No, he doesn't.
I mean, I do have the boss's credit card. I mean,
that's
how would
true.
he know?
Yeah, he'll see the statement eventually.
No, there's so many receipts he's taking care of right now, he probably wouldn't even notice.
That's a good point.
Mike Williamson says since he got a 44, you ought to get, double gift, $100 gift card. Great visual entertainment. Keep it up, Marshall. Thanks. I'm just excited. I'm excited, man. The streak is over.
The streak is done.
It was like 6 weeks long. We didn't give away money, guys.
Yeah, it was a long time. Our boss was very happy.
How often does anyone hit with the same number? Should be a rule, new rule now. I'll ask A-Dub. I'll ask A-Dub once he gets back from vacation. We'll figure that out for you. All right, so I'm going to write Michael's name down here. First phone number.
Oh, man. I mentioned Chewy's, and just like that, Chewy's ads pops up on my Facebook page.
Yeah, just to clarify, that's never happened before. We've never had someone say a number and then get the double version.
Oh,
of
we
the
haven't?
number.
Okay.
It was wild. We're setting records today. Last show before we take a break for a couple days. Pretty exciting. Up next we have... Ooh, we're on the second half of the show already?
I know, right?
I'll take that.
Flying.
And I emailed you the writers.
Let's do that. Yeah.
Writer.
Yeah.
There it is. All right, guys. Thanks once again. Thank you to everyone hanging around and watching the stream today. If you haven't, let's see. I think Yep.
All right.
If you haven't voted for our snails' names, we're a little less than an hour away from sharing our official snail names. We had 2 snails move in with Hefe, the new music beta fish. The fish that chooses new music for us every Thursday. Those snails clean his tank. So we have to give him names. And we have a poll going up right now for you guys to vote on what the snail names should be.
Have a good day, Mike. Thanks for hanging out.
Do you want to do, when it comes to the band writers, we can do Sponge and another band and then do...
Yeah, I grabbed some just one-off weird stuff from other bands, too.
Okay.
Not full-on writers, just like the craziest request from a writer for... Got Bush, Korn, Nine Inch Nails, Metallica, Ozzy, Van Halen, Motley Crue, Manson, and Iggy Pop.
Okay, so do you just want to run through just the highlights of our bands and go through those on the second break then?
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's literally just one thing. So it's not like a paragraph by any means. Some like the Nine Inch Nail one is just weird and there's no context to it at all. So I'm like, I don't know, why not? Yeah, this Sponge writer is I've seen. So we brought in a band years ago in Illinois for an event, and they had like a half a hit. You know, it wasn't even anything drastic. They're a baby band. Their writer was bigger than this from Sponge. Yeah. I mean, Sponge may be the most easygoing band ever if this is all they're asking for.
Oh, yeah. So every single name has a vote except for 2. No one likes Mary-Kate and Ashley, and no one likes T and A.
Okay.
Oh, and Earthquake and Typhoon. No one likes that one either. Currently, we are tied between Wayne and Girth and Wet and Moist.
I like Wayne and Girth, man. Not going to lie. It's my favorite.
All right. We do have a few minutes before we jump back on the air. Going to go over some band writers, guys. And then the 8 o'clock hour, we're going to play some trivia, share with you on how you can win some 20th anniversary tickets as well. And then the 9 o'clock hour, we're going to play back your drunk voicemails. We're going to do some music news. And then that's the last you'll hear from us for a couple days. And we'll be back the following Monday, next Monday.
Yep. It'll be off to the tag office.
So we will be sharing some videos on our social media and stuff. So we'll have last week's Beer for Breakfast coming up this week. We'll also share last week's Chicks on Dudes as well. And then we have some unreleased stuff we haven't really showed off before. One including a baseball game where Cotter and I did some stuff at. And then we have our initial commercial that aired for the show right when we started 3 months ago. That I'll release as well.
I think we mentioned this maybe in passing. So at Connect Savannah, Mike Costello always wins the best local TV commercial, and he did again this year. I mean, his are great. They stayed out. We got runner up for that, which really shocked me. So I mean, because I think our ad only aired on WSAV. So, but yeah, and I thought it was a great ad. It's something we will use again probably. All right, got about 4.5 minutes.
It's Amazon Prime Day, guys, in case you're wondering. More people are wasting more of their money on stuff they don't need.
Yes, they are.
Yes. But in case you're looking for a great deal, today is middle of the year Black Friday for a lot of people.
It's funny, man, looking at these riders, and you're like, I'm not gonna get through a quarter of this stuff. It's so funny.
So I was talking to a buddy of mine who's done quite a few band riders in the past. And I was telling him how I was going to be purchasing all of the non-expirable items,
right,
like meat trays and veggie trays and stuff this week. And he told me, he's like, when I did band stuff, he goes, I would cross it all out. I would provide them towels and then a meat and a veggie tray. That was the only things I would provide. And I would just send it back to him. I would just cross it out.
Really?
Yeah. And he goes, I never got any flack from anyone. Because, I mean, truth of the matter is, these bands, they don't touch 80% of the stuff you buy them.
Yeah.
Although they have maybe an entire page, like Filter and like Puddle of Mud.
Right.
They rarely touch any of it.
I believe it. I mean, we're gonna be eating good.
Oh yeah, we're going to share all of this rider stuff.
We're gonna benefit
for quite
from
some
this.
time.
Yeah, 100%.
And what's funnier, like all of these bands, and we'll get into it here in a bit. I mean, this doesn't really matter, but they all ask for coffee. I'm literally borrowing 3 Keurig machines from our next door neighbor, and I'm using all the coffee that I have at my house,
right,
for coffee for them. So they're all getting Sam's Club coffee.
So, I mean, do you think it can't be the band? It's got to be like management putting together these riders, right?
No, I mean, it's the band.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah. It's 100% the band. I mean, everyone has a little bit different tastes when it comes to this type of stuff. I mean, and people, they'll add and take stuff off it, every different tour cycle.
Right. Yeah, I get that. All right, got about 1:45.
Oh, cool. I thought it was longer than that. Guys, go ahead and feel free to ask questions for the Magic 8 Ball. It's your last chance for this week, as we're only doing the show today. Once again, hashtag Ask the 8 Ball. If you have any questions for the 8 Ball, for things that are coming up this week that you'd like to know the answer on, like how long will Cotter get through the DMV line quickly today? That's actually a good question. Let's ask that.
That's a really good question.
Will Cotter get through the DMV line swiftly and quickly today? Yes, definitely.
Oh, I like it. Okay.
All right. There you go. So if you have any questions in regards, yes, no questions for the Magic 8 Ball, use hashtag Ask the 8 Ball and then ask your question, and I will ask the 8 Ball for you after we do this next break. We're on the air in a little less than a minute here on Rock 106.1 for the Cotter and Marshall Show. Once again, if you haven't voted yet, make sure to vote for our snail names. I've dropped the link multiple times in the chat today. Hefe and the Trail Twins are definitely not an option, Sean. But thanks for trying. Also, congrats to Michael, who won himself a $50 Visa gift card. I'll be running over to Kroger to buy that today and get it in the mail. I'll call you after the show.
Nice.
Calling a bunch of people after the show today. Going to get caught up on some winners we've gotten from the past week between the Red, White, and Brews pub crawl and 20th anniversary show.
All right, guys. Got about 10. Be right back. Going to take a look at the riders for the bands coming for the big 20th anniversary show coming up in just moments. First, don't forget, Get That Stream, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. We stream the show each and every day. You can watch the entire time, like, follow, and subscribe while you're there. All right, so coming up Saturday, July 3rd, under 2 weeks, the Rock 106.1 20th anniversary show featuring Puddle of Mud, Filter, and Sponge. We've teamed up with Connect Savannah. Tickets are on sale now, etix.com. and rock1061.com. Now, Marshall, one of your jobs is taking the band's riders, the list of things they want when they roll into town, and going out and purchasing said items.
Yeah.
And of the three bands, Sponge may be the most easygoing band I think I've ever seen. Their rider is, 12 items long, maybe?
Yeah, something to the effect of that. And it's all like typical stuff like Red Bulls, towels, waters, coffee. But the one thing I like on their list is they need 2 packs of Camel filtered cigarettes.
I mean, let's not get crazy and go non-filter. You don't want to die.
Right. And then they have a loadout option, too. So whenever the show is over with, when they're loading out all their equipment to feed their staff, we have to also provide that food. So they need 3 pizzas, 1 veggie, 1 pepperoni, and 1 cheese. I like the variety.
That's good.
That they show us there, yeah.
No, I'm down with that. Filter is where we start to get into a much longer list. I mean, I don't know if Sponge has changed that thing since the mid-90s.
Yeah, their rider has probably been the same for 20 plus years.
So I like Filter right off the bat. Enough ice to start an ice distribution company.
They love their ice with Filter, apparently. It could get very hot here, especially in Savannah for our show. So, yeah, they quote, #1 bullet point on their rider, enough ice to start an ice distribution company.
Now, they want 2 cases of Fiji water. They want Rock Stars. They want Gatorade. Cans of sugar-free Red Bull. I don't know. I mean, I look at this list and I'm like, are they going to drink half of this? Are they going to drink a quarter of it? I mean, how much water are we going to have left over when the show's done?
Right, but they're also asking for some booze as well. Don't get me wrong. They got a bottle of vodka, a case of Heineken. They want a red and a white wine, a case of non-alcoholic beer, possibly O'Doul's. Is what they're asking for.
One of them must be, maybe just not drinking anymore. They still like beer, so they're going to go the NA route. I get that. Why not? And then it's just all kinds of food. I mean, you've got Chipani yogurts. You got a hint of lime Tostitos, veggie tray, deli meats, cheeses, a vegan tray where possible, and then all kinds of breads and stuff like that.
I think you're missing the coolest thing on this list, though.
What am I missing?
From Filter? They want 1 desert item. They either want a cactus or a tumbleweed in their dressing room for their rider.
Who's got a tumbleweed? Because, I mean, come on.
I don't think there's one available locally. Tumbleweeds, I don't think, are indigenous to the area. But one thing I like, too, with Filter, with their rider, they're asking for 1 bag of trick-or-treat-sized candies. And I relate to that as the fat guy of this show.
So what trick-or-treat-sized candy is going to get?
I mean, I'm probably going to go Reese's. And I'm going to see if I can find, like the mixed bag of, like, the little Reese's cups with, like, 3 or 4 other things.
Right.
Like, preferably, if I can get that, that's the way. That's the treats I would get them, because there's probably going to be some left over and I want them.
Well, it's good. Yeah, I mean, honestly, if it is left open for you to decide what to buy, definitely pick out something you like.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I mean, there's no way. Because all these bands are flying in.
Right.
It's not even like they can load up the tour bus with all the stuff afterwards. They're not throwing it into the carry-on.
Right.
So most of this stuff is going to be left. We are going to have so much veggies and meats and deli trays. It's going to last us a week.
A couple weeks, easily.
All right, getting into Puddle of Muds, about the same size as Filters, and obviously with Wes Scantlin's history, is clean and sober. So this has got the smallest amount of booze of the 3 bands.
Oh, yeah.
Just a bottle each of Jack and Grey Goose.
Yeah, and they didn't really ask for much mixers. Now, there is some drinks on there when it comes to everything, but nothing that would, like, relay easily into a mixer. I mean, they have some Diet Coke, Mountain Dew, ginger ale, but those are the only mixers. I mean, are they just going to drink it straight?
Maybe.
The other band members?
I don't know. Maybe they're into that sort of thing. They're just going to start downing Jack Daniels before, during, and after the show. I respect that.
Yeah. But I mean, when it comes to writers overall, Cotter, I mean, I think Filter has some of the funner stuff on it with the desert item, with the trick-or-treat candies, with enough ice to start an ice distribution company. Puddle of Mud is very to the fact. There's no jokes. There's no inside jokes to theirs. I mean, they're asking for all the typical stuff that a band would ask for.
So we've got another list of writers. Now, then we're going to get to that next. So these are from some big bands. And these are like the bizarre items that you always hear about when people talk writers.
The brown M&Ms that Ozzy apparently asked for.
Yeah. So we've got a list of some of those. Now, there's no context to half of these, but I got about 7-8 bands and some of the weirdest things they have asked for in their riders. So we're going to get to that next. Stick around. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1. Here's Aaron Jones and Mercy.
Morning, Rhett. How are you? Rhett said on my rider would be a bottle of Jim Beam and a Coke.
Oh, that could have been a fun call-in. We could have done that too. What would be on your rider?
We'll do that next week.
I like it.
I have some Ask the 8 Ball questions. First one actually came from Mac. Hashtag Ask the 8 Ball. Were two of those options on the vote suggested to ruin Mac's life for the name of the snails? I'm guessing she's talking about Wayne and Girth and Wet and Moist. Let's see what the Magic 8 Ball says. Science point to yes. Yes, they absolutely did.
I love her next post. No need to 8 ball that because I have, already know the answer. Hashtag a-holes.
And then Gibby actually asked one too. Will Wayne and Girth pull away for the win for the snails' names? The answer is it is certain. Okay.
It's my favorite. That's the one I'm leaning to.
Yeah, I like that one the most as well. Let's see. Juana says, holy shit, I think I found my shirt. Oh, I think she's talking about what she's wearing to her show. That's great. I'll be wearing my 4th of July headband when it comes to stuff we're wearing for our show. Rhett says, what are my options? Rhett, I'm going to drop the link for you right here. This is the link to the snails' names. Go ahead and vote for your favorite, and then we are going to officially choose our winner here at 9 o'clock sharp. But to go over a few of the possible choices for our snails' names, we have Fu and Q, Mug and Tug, Yin and Yang, Thelma and Louise, Mary Kate and Ashley, T and A, Jekyll and Hyde, Crimson and Clover, Ren and Stimpy 2, Wayne and Girth, Wet and Moist. I think I added in an extra one on that. I think I added, Earthquake and Typhoon, which I think were wrestlers' names.
Yes.
Back in the day.
Yes, they were.
So
the natural disasters.
Those are all options for you to vote for the snails' names today.
All right, got about a minute left. You're speaking of like the social media stuff while we're out. I'll probably throw up some pictures of me being stupid in Universal too. There you go.
Okay.
30 seconds. All right, be right back, guys. We got some crazy requested items on Bands Riders. Going to get to here in just a second. Don't forget, get on the stream, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. While you're there, like, follow, and subscribe. You can always listen to the show. Download the Rock 1061 app for free. Get us on your in-home smart speaker. Also, the website, rock1061.com. So just moments ago, took a look at some of the riders for the bands coming to the Rock 1061 20th anniversary show. Now I've got a list of, 9, 10 items that have been on other bands' riders, and just ones that are bizarre and kind of out there and stand out. Obviously, the most famous is Van Halen. They're the ones who said no brown M&Ms. And it kind of started this whole weird rider thing. And the reasoning behind that, they had such a crazy setup for the stage setup. They just wanted to make sure people were paying attention. So that was the reasoning behind the no brown M&Ms. They wanted to make sure the promoter went through and actually read the rider so they could rely on the fact that, the stage would be set up correctly.
Sure, yeah, that makes sense.
But then you get into some weird ones, like Bush. No less than 10% of all security personnel should be female. So, that's actually kind of cool. We want to make sure spreading that out.
Okay.
Korn. Access to a rock-friendly lawyer, medical doctor, dentist, masseuse, and or chiropractor.
Sure, I'll put down a list of phone numbers for you.
I mean, are they just worried bad things are going to happen? We need a lawyer on call whenever we roll into town.
Yeah, as someone who's fulfilled, writers for bands previously, as I've done, those are quite annoying when it comes to the crazy stuff. Like, I was talking to a friend of mine who was like, yeah, when it came to writers, I would just X out everything except for like a meat and veggie tray, and that's all they would get. So stuff like that. Oh, it's a crazy waste of time on everyone's behalf. But I would probably put together a list of phone numbers for him.
I think that'd be
post
fair.
it up in his room.
9 Inch Nails, I wish there was more context to it. One of their craziest requests, 2 boxes of cornstarch.
Cornstarch?
I mean, is
bacon back there?
I mean, is that maybe, does it help with chafing? Maybe, he was like, putting it on so he didn't sweat?
I don't know. They have some very physically intense shows. You know, like if you cut your dog's toenails too short,
yes,
they start bleeding, you're supposed to put cornstarch. Cornstarch actually blocks it from bleeding.
Interesting.
Yeah, so maybe they would just cut each other and they would just pop cornstarch on their wounds after the show.
One of Metallica's, I don't know, this must be later in Metallica's run, because one of the craziest requests, just lots of bacon.
It literally said
lots of bacon.
Bullet point, lots of bacon.
Interesting. I mean, they didn't put a requirement as to how much, so I guess that is up to you. I mean, I don't know. How much bacon is a lot of bacon?
I would just buy the pre-cooked stuff just to save myself money, and I would just put like 12 packages because it's like $3 a box.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Would that be okay? Would they be okay with that?
Well, the thing is, like, because most bands want like couches and stuff to sit on in the green room.
Right.
I'd put on the end tables, I'd put little plates of bacon. I'd be like, that's a lot of bacon.
Dude, run downtown, get the candied bacon.
Right, from the Andaz?
Yes.
Just steal it.
Throw that in there.
Yeah.
Metallica wants some candied bacon, guys.
Sir, are you a guest of the hotel? Yeah, absolutely. As I'm stuffing it into my winter coat.
Ozzy, thinking about his health, this was on his rider from later on in his career, a nose, ear, and throat doctor.
That makes sense.
I get it. I mean, he just wants to take care of himself, get a little older in age.
He needs all the doctors right now.
Motley Crue once asked for a submachine gun.
No.
How does one acquire that? And then what do you do with it when you give it to them?
Well, I mean, you just go to any gun show. There's like one every other weekend here at the Civic Center. So you just go there. They literally give you one when you walk in the door, I'm pretty sure.
All right, 2 more items. Just looking at some of the craziest requests from other celebrities that they put on their rider. Marilyn Manson once requested a bald-headed, toothless hooker.
Yeah, that's very common. For him.
For him, yes. I mean, you hung backstage with Manson once. Was there a bald-headed, toothless hooker?
Not that I saw.
Okay.
But, that could have been crossed out. Could have been crossed out on the rider.
And finally, Iggy Pop requested a Bob Hope impersonator.
That's actually kind of awesome.
What you just want to say? I want a guy back there just telling me jokes all day.
On the stream right now, Lindsay actually chimed in. She goes, one of my favorite writer items was Weird Al Yankovic actually called for a new Hawaiian shirt at every venue he played.
That explains why he has so many Hawaiian shirts.
So many terrible Hawaiian shirts.
That is genius. Yeah, you can just take care of your wardrobe. I mean, you don't have to buy those.
Yeah.
It's all right. All right, coming up next, we're going to talk 20th anniversary concert and how you can win tickets this week. Listen up. It is the Cotter and Marshall Show. Rock 106.1.
Lindsay said he got over 400 before he took it off his rider. That's awesome.
That's amazing.
That's some crazy knowledge he got there.
I just asked for vests.
Heather says, too bad none of the bands asked for local food, Spankies. Filter did say they wanted local salsas and hot sauces. That was on their rider as well. Yeah. So, but yeah, no one else asked for really anything local. Red goes, don't mind us, just punching a hooker in the mouth and shaving her head in the alley. I found my 4th of July shirt. Has the Queen's face on it, and it says, the colonies are quite rowdy today. I love that.
That's good.
I love that, Sean. The one thing, so the Beach Boys, I was looking up rider stuff too. The Beach Boys asked for 48 large bath towels, presumably so for all the swimming they do backstage in their riders, along with Marlboro Lights in a soft pack with a child safety free lighter. And absolutely cannot be green Werther's Originals and a 50-foot roll of saran wrap, presumably to lay down on the floor for the ritual murder that precedes each Beach Boys show. Oh, that's hilarious.
That's good.
Beach Boys, man, those guys got wild.
Back in the day, man, they legitly, yeah.
Let's see. Rhett says, Torture Blues Day hot sauce. Yeah, actually, that's a really good idea. I should put that back there for him. Gibby, thank you for sharing that. Gibby and Wanda created a Discord page. If you're, with the internets and stuff, it's just a cool place It's almost like a little fan page for the Cotter and Marshall Show. So if you want to go there, they do trivia, I think, every Saturday. And it's a cool place to kind of, check in and be a part of the community there. Lady Gaga requested a mannequin with pink, puffy pubic hair. Wow.
Why not? All right, guys. We've got about 7 minutes. Quick update on how you can score tickets for the concert this weekend. Not for the concert this weekend. Score tickets for the concert. I'll give those away this week.
There you go.
And then we'll get into some trivia. Are you smarter than the community college dropout?
Speaking of, I was 99% sure I had a game.
Yes?
Yep, there it is. When I was getting ready for the show yesterday, I'm like, I don't do trivia for a while, but I also don't want to write a game. Thank God I have one already. Yeah, so I'll be knocking out a ton of 20th anniversary show stuff this week. And then, we've got 2 events this weekend, really. So I'll be broadcasting live at Emperor's on Friday from 9 to 11. And then you and I are hosting a city block party. They're going to be reopening Broughton Street. I've been doing all that work down there forever. Redoing the streets and all the landscaping and stuff. They are officially opening that back up with a city block party where Cotter and I will be the host of that. That's Saturday starting at 11 a.m. And I think it goes to like 3.
Okay.
Something to the effect of that. What are we doing exactly outside of getting on the mic once or twice? I don't know.
Yeah, nobody's told us yet.
But I was told there's a script, and we'll be getting that this week. So
okay, good.
I'll send it to you whenever I get it. I don't even want to know what Snoop Dogg's requests were. Lots of weed, maybe. Thing is, I think he can't ask for that, but I bet you he can ask for like all sorts of weed paraphernalia. I bet he asked for like bongs and because you really shouldn't travel with those, especially if your bus gets raided.
All right, so according to the smokinggun.com, Snoop Dogg is writer. Let's see. That's what we got here.
I bet you there's some sort of bong, definitely lighters.
Page 1, basic requirements. That's power requirements, generator requirements, dressing room, lockable, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, okay, give us the actual good stuff. Let's see. Dressing room will include, but not limited to, hot and cold running water, toiletries, garbage cans. Typical. Yeah, that's boring. PlayStation with miscellaneous $19.99. I don't know when this writer was. $19.99 sport video cartridges. Madden 99 must be from 99. NBA Live 99. NCAA College 99. AAA 99. 4 controllers. An appropriate video screen. This must be rented and included in hospitality as a minimum show cost. Boring. Lots of security. 1 person at each entrance to the backstage area, 1 person at the bottom of each ramp, 2 persons at the rear end of the stage, 1 person at each following spot location in public area, 1 person at the front house mixed positions, 6 persons to be on the floor between the front of the stage and the barricade. Oh, yeah, almost more security than anything else. Then food, ice cream, vanilla, important.
What's important? The ice cream?
The ice cream, yeah.
Oh.
See if you realize touring can be extremely taxing. Fried foods are a tour staple. A Sony PlayStation is very important. A relaxing dressing room. Nothing that exciting, really. I mean, a lot of it was just security stuff. Wants to be safe.
Well, I mean, he was a part of Death Row Records for a while, and I think they tried to kill him.
Yeah,
a couple times. So, yeah, I'd probably be freaked out about that too.
All right, we got about just over 3 minutes.
All right, coming back, going to talk about a couple ways that you guys can win yourself some 20th anniversary tickets. We'll play Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout? And then wrap up the show with our final hour. We'll officially name our snails. We'll play drunk line phone calls, and then we'll do some Marshall's Music News. And then we're off for the rest of the week, leaving the rest of you guys just to figure it out. Yeah, Snoop Dogg is mostly boring. The only thing that would suck is with the PlayStation is actually having to front that cost.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if you need the latest sports games, 4 controllers and all that, if you didn't have access to one and had to absolutely buy it, that would be, damn, that would be $600-700 right there in rider cost. So I think my goal is to spend a little less than, I was told I got $1,000 to take care of riders.
Sure. The
most expensive things will be like the meat, veggie, deli tray stuff. So I think I'm going to be able to keep everything else to a couple $100.
That's not bad.
A lot of it's just like a lot of it's just like Red Bulls and stuff. So it's funny. So Filter asked for a bar of Irish Spring deodorant or a bar of Dr. Bonner's peppermint soap. Irish Spring is about $2.50 for a stick of deodorant.
Yeah.
Dr. Bonner's peppermint soap is $27.
Guess what they're getting?
Yep. It's Rider. It's the first one you wrote, Sean. So Riders are Rider. They're not a writer is a person who writes down words.
All right. Well, at least he gave you options.
What's that?
Lid for the soap deodorant thing. At least it wasn't just the $20 bar of soap.
Yeah. And the fun thing is for the writers, I'll be purchasing cigarettes for the first time in 16 years, I think. Tony goes, I have the Irish Spring soap. They asked specifically for the deodorant.
I got about a minute.
I got the money. I'll pay for it.
Thank you, Thomas. Have a great week as well.
Perfecto. I'm going to use the restroom as soon as we get done with this break right here.
Sure. We'll have about 3 minutes once it's just a song, so got 3 minutes.
I'll make it quick.
Perfect. All right, guys, be right back. The 20th anniversary concert for Rock 1061 is coming up in under 2 weeks, Saturday, July 3rd. Once again, teamed up with Connect Savannah, goes down at Trustee's Garden. Puddle of Mud, Filter Sponge, 2 great local bands, Lilac and Whaleboat. Now, of course, tickets are on sale now. You can purchase those at etix.com, also rock1061.com, or this week, you can win tickets for free.
So all you have to do is go to the Rock 1061 Facebook page. You tag your concert buddy, and then share the post pinned to the very top of the page. Once you do that, you're entered to win a pair of GA tickets to come to our show. We'll choose that winner Thursday at 5 o'clock. And then Cotter, Friday night. I'm going to be out broadcasting live starting at 9 p.m. That's right, later in the day. But I am going to be excited, if you can imagine, because I'll be at Emperor's Gentlemen's Club of Savannah, 9 o'clock, giving away a pair of VIP tickets because they are our VIP sponsor.
What a way to return to Emperor's, our first visit since the pandemic.
I feel like I should have like a crown's cap and a cape.
Just walk in with your scepter.
Yeah. I mean, it's like my home away from home. I love Emperor Gentlemen's Club, the place I go to support local college funds.
Yes.
And other things, children. Of the beautiful ladies. So, come hang out with me. I'll be broadcasting live this coming Friday starting at 9 o'clock. Emperor Gentlemen's Club.
So plenty of ways to win tickets. Don't forget, hit us up on Facebook. You can score some there as well. One of the bands playing the show. Yeah, Sponge. Here's Plowed. Cotter and Marshall Show. Rock 1061. All right.
Okay. I'll be right back.
Cool. All right. Coming up after this, going to play some trivia. Are you smarter than a community college dropout? Then we're down to the final hour, man. Today has absolutely flown by. We got the name for our snails. Going to talk concerts real quick and then get into the drunk line. And then we'll wrap up the show with Marshall's Music News. Excuse me. So yeah, and then we're out for the rest of the week. We'll be back on Monday. I have best ofs going throughout the rest of the week. There'll be no stream. I think Marshall did say maybe Wednesday he'll hop on real quick for just a quick stream, but won't be the traditional 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock stream. So keep that in mind. We'll be back on air and on the stream next Monday. All right, got about 2 minutes. Setting up some trivia. All right, guys. Oh, sorry. This weekend was just so busy. So much to do as we get ready to take a week off. And, kind of flew by, unfortunately. Craziness. All right, got about a minute. Be good to go. All right, so tag office is now officially open. It's 8:30. Let's see. Checking. Okay, it's not going to be any time yet. All right, I haven't been to the tag office in forever. Just because you can mail them all in anymore, but I have bought the new car, so I have to swing by. That'll be fun. I got about 30 seconds. All right, guys, be right back. Are you smarter than a community college dropout? Well, it's time to find out. We're going to play some trivia. It is brought to you by Savannah Bar Crawls, their next event coming up same day as our show, Saturday, July 3rd, inviting everybody to use that as the pregame and then come catch the show at Trustee's Garden.
So if you want to take on one of us, you'll win free passes into that bar crawl. All you need to do is call us up. First caller that gets through the lines will take on one of us and score those passes. 1-800-394-1061. Can you beat one of us? 7 questions, 60 seconds. No one's beaten Cotter in quite some time. You're on like a month and a half run right now.
I'm on a run. Bring it on.
I lost a week and a half.
That's all right. That's okay. All right, you can play now. Are you smarter than a community college dropout? 800-394-1061. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 1061.
All right, guys, feel free to call in, 1-800-394-1061. We'll hook you up with some bar crawl passes. Plus, you could possibly beat Cotter. I've got some good questions. I've got some solid questions that I think you would do slightly okay on.
That works. That's fine.
And over the summer, guys, man, we have a ton of tickets we'll be hooking you up with for Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout Trivia. Just waiting on approval on a couple of the shows that we've already announced. But we'll be hooking you up with tickets. Also, we have tickets for a show that we're going to announce tomorrow at 10 o'clock. What up, Liquid? Happy Monday to you. I'm back in town for work, so that means I can get the local prizes, right? LOL. No.
Oh, man.
All right, may have a fear forfeit today. No one's man enough or woman enough to take on Cotter or myself. But while we're waiting here,
there we go. Rock 1061, who's this?
Rudy!
Rudy, what's going on, man?
Just waking up.
Us too. Who would you like to take on today, Cotter or Marshall?
I'm going to take you on, Cotter.
All right, I'm ready. Good luck.
All right, guys, 7 questions, 60 seconds. We're playing Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout, brought to you by Savannah Bar Crawl. Rudy, are you ready? You know how this game is played. You've played it before.
Bring it on.
All right, Cotter's got his soundproof headphones on. Here we go. Your time will begin after I ask the first question. First question is multiple choice. What is the point value of the letter Z in a standard Scrabble game? Is it 8, 9, or 10 points?
10.
That is correct. Question number 2, mano a mano translates to what?
Hand to hand.
That is correct. Question number 3, what pitcher lent his name to the ulnar collateral ligament reconstruction?
Tommy John.
That is correct. Question number 4, what is the most common color for basketballs?
Orange.
That is correct. Question number 5, on average, how long does it take food to pass through the human body? Is multiple choice. Is it 49 hours or 53 hours?
49.
Incorrect. Question number 6, how many players are there in a standard volleyball game? Or excuse me, how many players are there in a standard volleyball team on the court at one time?
10.
Incorrect. And your final question, number 7, who was the final act of the original Woodstock concert?
Jimi Hendrix.
That is correct. All right, Rudy, congratulations. You got 5 out of 7 today. Cotter, take those off for me. Rudy got 5 out of 7 today.
Thanks, Rudy.
So,
Thanks, man.
yeah. So here we go, Cotter.
All right.
Same rules apply. Your time will start after I ask the first
I
question.
don't feel good about this.
And the first question is multiple choice. So here we go. What is the point value of the letter Z in a standard Scrabble game? Is it 8, 9, or 10 points?
Ooh, 9?
Incorrect.
Ooh.
Question number 2, mano a mano translates to what?
Oh, man-to-man.
Incorrect. Question number 3, what pitcher lent his name to ulnar collateral ligament reconstruction?
Tommy John.
That is correct. Question number 4, what is the most common color for basketballs?
Orange.
That is correct. Question number 5, on average, how long does it take food to pass through the human body? Is it 49 hours or 53 hours?
Oh, I don't know. A.
Incorrect.
False.
Question number 6, how many players are there in a standard volleyball team on the court at one time?
Oh, 8?
Incorrect. Question number 7, who was the final act at the original Woodstock concert?
I have no idea. I'm going to say, crap, I don't know. Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young.
Incorrect.
Ugh.
Cotter, with that, you take the L
Did I
today.
get 2 right, maybe?
Your first loss in quite a while. Rudy takes the win 5-2. Not even close.
I didn't even deserve to play today.
Cotter dropping the deuce.
Do we have Rudy's info? Do I need to write it down?
Yeah, write it down, please.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Rudy. Well played, man. Well played.
All right, Rudy. We'll.
Hope to see you guys soon, man.
Yeah, man. You're in Savannah right now?
Yeah, I'll be here for like the next couple of weeks.
Oh, next couple of weeks. Good Lord. What are you doing here?
I'm delivering for Family Dollar and Dollar Tree.
Oh, good for you, man. Yeah, let's hit me up, man. Message me.
Yeah, will do.
All right, dude.
See it.
All right, Kyle, let's go over and
Yes, please.
let's go over the correct answers. Question number 1, what is the point value of the letter Z in a standard Scrabble game? That is 10.
Okay.
Mano a mano translates to hand to hand.
Oh, hand to hand. Oh.
Yes. Question number 3, what pitcher lent his name to the ulnar collateral ligament reconstruction? Tommy John. Tommy John surgery. Quite popular. There you go. What is the most common color for basketballs? It is orange.
If it wasn't for that question, I'd really been screwed. Thank you for the softball there.
Yeah, you're welcome. On average, how long does it take for food to pass through the human body? It is 53 hours.
Damn. I ate 2-minute green chilies. It doesn't take that long at all.
It's like 6 minutes. Question number 6. How many players are there in a standard volleyball team on the court at one time? 6. There's 3 in the front, 3 in the back.
Oh, okay.
And then question number 7. Who is the final act at the original Woodstock concert? Jimi Hendrix.
Oh, was he last? I had no idea.
Yeah, he was the headliner.
Okay, no clue. All right, there we go. Are you smarter than a community college dropout? Rudy was totally smarter today. We're back next Monday playing some trivia, so be sure to call in and play then. Brought to you by the Savannah Bar Crawl. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
Liquid said he got 6 out of 7. Lindsay said she got 4 out of 7
guys,
today.
just rub it in. It's fine. You're all smarter today.
All right. So Connor's going to edit up that audio you heard so we could play it back here in just a few moments. So we'll be right back.
All right, be right back, guys.
All right, guys, we're back on the stream. Thanks for hanging out with us. While Cotter was editing up the editing up the audio that you guys heard live on the stream for You're Smarter Than a Community College Dropout Trivia. Don't mind me as I was just fixing our third camera. There we go. With that loss, Cotter, your record goes to 24 wins, 7 losses, and 2 ties. My record stands at 26 wins, 5 losses, and 6 ties. Let's see. Wanda had to jump out, so have a great day, Wanda. Let's see. Rudy, you do have a chance to win yourself some anniversary tickets. If you're staying here for the next couple of weeks, we have 2 ways to win. One on the Rock 1061 Facebook page, and then obviously I'll be out broadcasting live at Emperor's this coming Friday, starting at 9 o'clock, so you can come join me out there. Win yourself some VIP tickets. Yeah, I had a local. You ever been to Local Pie? So I went there for dinner on Friday nights. I think it's a chain-ish type of joint.
Local Pie?
Yeah, Local Pie in Bluffton. It's right next to Captain Woody's in Bluffton.
Okay, no, never heard of it.
Yeah, I think it's like right next to Agave too. It's kind of like right in the middle there.
Okay.
But yeah, I went there. I went there on Friday night and tried their pesto pizza, which is actually really good, and then I tried their barbecue chicken pizza, which is really good.
Nice,
really spicy. Yeah, they have. I think they just have. Yeah, they just have the 2 locations: one in Hilton Head, one in Bluffton.
Oh, cool. Okay.
But yeah, recommend. It was real nice. All right, so here in the next few moments, if it hasn't already started already, we're playing back the audio you guys heard for Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout Trivia. After that, we're into the final hour of the show. Once again, we are off for the rest of the week, taking a little bit of a vacay before our concert coming up on Saturday, July 3rd. So we'll have that coming up for you here in the next, 2 weeks. Coming up real quick.
All right. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, so we're currently playing back the audio from Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout Trivia. We do have a concert announcement tomorrow. If you haven't heard, 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, we'll be making a concert announcement on the Rock 1061 Facebook and Instagram pages. So make sure to follow us there. Also, the Cotter and Marshall Show Facebook and Instagram pages. So make sure to follow us on those socials. Obviously, we have a ton of great shows coming up, courtesy of our friends at Filthy Nasty Productions. They book out a lot of shows at Victory North. They've got Pop Evil coming in on Monday, August 23rd. POD's coming in on Wednesday, September 22nd. Another show's coming in, Fozzy, Chris Jericho. His band's coming in on Friday, October 8th. Amigo the Devil is coming in on Monday, November 8th. He's part of Welcome to Rockville this year, one of kind of the smaller guys on that show. But it's going to be really cool to get a little preview of him before we see him at Welcome to Rockville. And then also one more show coming our way this coming Tuesday, 10 a.m. Oh, Rhett, please. Yeah, absolutely. So Rhett just commented, he goes, I didn't know if I could suggest people for your beer for breakfast. Yeah, absolutely you can. Feel free to. I know you messaged us directly over the weekend. I don't know if we got a chance to get back to you or not, mostly because I was drinking quite a bit myself. But we definitely always need guest suggestions when it comes to beer for breakfast. Now, we don't have a guest this week because we're obviously not on. But next Friday is our next guest in studio when it comes to beer for breakfast. We have, oh my gosh, why can't I think of his name? Kevin, there it is. Thanks for coming in at the last second to save me there. Kevin from Service Brewing Company. He'll be stopping in to show off a couple of Service's new beers just prior to 4th of July weekend. Yeah, Amigo the Devil is very, very interesting. I actually just kind of found him and been looking into some of his stuff. He's like a weirder, harder rock Mumford & Sons. I don't know how to explain Amigo the Devil.
Yeah, that's fair.
Very much. But it's like minus all of the sons, just Mumford. He's that guy. Tim says that King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard will be in Asheville, North Carolina in late October.
They're a trip, man. He had me check out some of their videos. That is a trip.
I'm not super familiar with them.
I would recommend acid, maybe mushrooms, before going to see that show. And that's just that for me seeing some videos of theirs.
Yeah.
It is a trip.
Rhett, thank you so much once again for sharing that contact. We'll get in touch with those folks for sure. I mean, coming up later this year, I've got some people booked out. I think I got one in October, one in September. I've got one booked out in August, but we do have the guys from Coastal Empire Brewing, Southern Barrel, Brewdog will be coming in as well. So we do have some folks lined up. Obviously, we have service coming up next Friday, not this Friday. We should have Steezy Grossman on your show. I think I just... Remind me who that person is, Gibby. All right, Sean, you have a good one, man.
Thank you, Sean. Yeah, no, it's going to be a blast, man. See you later. I forgot. Tony asking Tim the tough questions. Did you F with our cake count? I think we all know the answer to that question.
Speaking of, I'm going to take a picture of that and then revise it.
We all know the answer to that question. It is yes. What cake? I don't know. Maybe the one you drew on our dry erase board, Tim. Yes, today is 7. After today, it'll be 8. You know what cake. Don't play innocent.
All right. The board is officially updated to 7. Boom. I don't know if you can see that in the background or not, and the camera's inverted, so it looks like a backward 7. But there you go. Board is updated. It's 7. We will continue with the count while Cotter is on vacation. I think that's only fair. I mean, technically, there will be no studio issues those days.
Don't make a promise like that. In theory, there should be no.
Yeah, in theory. Yeah, in theory, it'll be hard for Tim to mess it up if we're not in here.
That's true.
Yeah. All right, guys, you pretty much this is your last chance, if you haven't already, to vote for the snail names. I'm going to go ahead and drop the link one last time. We have, how much time do we have before the next break?
Let's see. The song, 1, 2, 3. 9 minutes.
Oh, wow, okay. So anyway, you got about 9 minutes or so to vote for snail names. Here, I'm going to do a throwaway vote on TNA so I can see the results because it won't show me the results. Let's see. Current leader is Wet and Moist at 38%. 38%. So currently it's Wet and Moist, Wayne and Girth, and then Mug and Tug. Those are the top 3 vote getters. And it looks like Wet and Moist probably has. I mean,
enough to get it done.
Yeah, I mean, we would need some real help.
Okay.
If you wanted another name, even Wayne and Girth to win that, I think they're up by quite a few votes. So if you haven't voted already, or hell, if you want to vote again, feel free to do so. There's the link right there. Go ahead and vote for our snail names. It'll just be great if it's one of those names, Wayne and Girth or Wet and Moist, because every day Mac feeds our fish in the afternoon, so she would have to say hi to them. It'd be rude if she just said hi to our fish and not, the snails. Yeah, let's go ahead and ask the 8-Ball. Will the prediction be wrong about the snail names? Will my prediction be wrong in regards to who is currently leading? I'm guessing is what Gibby's asking here. Can't predict now. It's gonna be tough. I think it's gonna go right down to the wire when it comes down to the snail names with the votes and everything. In other news, DMX, his funeral, cost $35,000 when they did it up in, I think it was New York, a few weeks back. Def Jam Recordings paid for all of it.
Oh, that's cool.
So his record label actually paid for the funeral.
Excuse me. All right, we have just over 5 minutes. A couple more commercials, and we'll get into Hail to the King from Avenged Sevenfold.
Mm-hmm. We won't talk about it today, or probably not anytime soon, but last night at a Foo Fighters show, Dave Chappelle joined the band.
That's awesome.
Live on the stage to sing a rendition of Radiohead's Creep. That was just last night. Randomly, Dave Chappelle came out at the New York City Madison Square show, comedian Dave Chappelle, and he came out and sang Radiohead's Creep. I haven't got a chance to watch the video yet, but it seemed like everyone had a really good time with it.
That's awesome.
Apparently, Creep is one of Dave Chappelle's favorite songs.
Okay. Is Chappelle a singer at all? I don't know.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think he has the voice for it. Let's see. Liquid says, how about some Tool? Invincible? What album did Invincible come off of? Was that 10,000 Days?
I don't think we've got Invincible, but let me see. Yes. We do not have Invincible in our system.
Oh, actually, that came off Fear Inoculum.
My apologies.
Yeah, that came off the new album, Fear Inoculum. Yeah, I for some reason I thought it came off 10,000 Days. It's not like I had too many choices. They put out like one album every decade anyway. Yeah, Chris confirms. Yeah, Dave Chappelle does not have the voice for it, but it's still entertaining as well.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm going to have to watch that after the show today. I saw it when I woke up this morning. Obviously, it happened just last night at Madison Square Garden. Yeah, last night I tried to stay up and watch... the Las Vegas Knights game.
Okay.
I got through about a period and a half. I fell asleep, I think, like around 9:30 on the couch yesterday.
Yeah, I tried to watch Hell in a Cell. I fell asleep 9:30, and it doesn't sound like I missed much.
Did someone fall off the cage like Mankind did like 15 years ago?
I am not sure because not that I saw, unless something happened after I fell asleep. But the overall reviews on this have been pretty bad.
How is Hell in a Cell bad? Hell in a Cells are always awesome.
Well, so they were supposed to have the main match was Roman Reigns versus Rey Mysterio, Hell in a Cell. Because Reigns just beat the crap out of Rey's kid.
Okay.
So I'm like, all right, that's kind of cool. That'll be a fun match, Hell in a Cell. And then all of a sudden they're like, we're having this match Friday on SmackDown. So they didn't show it on the pay-per-view. They just had it on SmackDown on Friday, which ticked USA Network off. So SmackDown is on Fox, USA, NBC, Peacock, all that stuff, owns USA. So they had, they've got Raw and they get all the pay-per-views now. So they were ticked off because the biggest match that was supposed to be on this pay-per-view was given away on the one channel they don't have anything to do with. So they were all kinds of mad. And then, so I heard that one was actually pretty decent, but they took off one of the biggest matches from the pay-per-view, which I still don't get why, but sure, whatever. I shouldn't say that. Fox paid them billions of dollars. I get why.
Gibby says, no one will ever fall off the cell like Mankind. Never again. He was legit broken after that match. Well, yeah.
It was the second fall, though. I mean, yes, the first one sucked, but that was planned. It's the second one where he got chokeslammed through the cage, because that technically wasn't, I don't think, planned. So he wasn't ready. And he goes, it's the second bump. I mean, both of them were going to F him up, but that second bump.
Did that happen in the same match?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's the second one that really got him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that whole match, man. Wow. Still crazy to this day.
That's what Mick Foley was known for, though. That literally that
It
match
put him on the map. I mean, you knew he was always a crazy guy ahead of time, even when he was just Cactus Jack in WCW. I mean, he was always, doing crazy stuff that nobody was doing. But yeah, that bump put him on the map. 100%.
I recently listened to a podcast where Mick Foley was a guest, Mankind, Cactus Jack, whatever his name was. And he talked about the creation of Mr. Sacco, which I thought was a really interesting story where they were doing a scene on WWE Raw, and they had Mr. Sacco as like a puppet for a Vince McMahon hospital gag.
Right.
And Al Snow, former wrestler, actually came up with the idea for it. So I thought it was kind of cool to hear the history of how Mr. Sacco from Mankind was created. I never knew it.
Didn't he say, I don't know if he said it in this interview, but I think I've heard him talk about in the past, if he would have known he would become so famous for a sock, he would have never taken the bump off Hell in the Cell.
Right.
Because he can get over with the sock just as much as that bump.
Yeah.
Which is a true story. All right, guys, got about a minute. We're going to announce the name of our snails. Exciting stuff. This Tag Office wait times website is BS.
Why do you say that?
Unavailable.
Oh, okay.
Unavailable waiting is what it says. It opens at 8:30, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, today's not a... Are they closed on Mondays?
I hope not. Oh, dear God. That would suck. Nope. 8:30 to 5.
Oh, I thought they were closed on a certain day of the week. They're open Saturdays, right?
This just says Monday through Friday here. So for the best. All right, guys, be right back. We've had Hefe 2, the new music Beta Fish, for well over a year now. He's been hanging out with us ever since we were doing afternoons. He picks new songs for us every week. Well, we had to add to his tank to help clean it up. Marshall went out and got a couple of snails, twin snails, who are now living with Hefe, making sure his tank stays clean.
Yeah, so I did that because I'm a responsible beta fish owner, and I have to take care of my little boy. And so we went and got these snails, a couple weeks ago, and we have to name them because, well, Hefe's got a name, so that's only fair. So we put up a vote up currently at the Rock 1061 stream today. If you're watching via Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, you've seen the link go up all show long. And I think we officially have our winner. I think we're ready to name our new snails.
Okay. What will the names of these snails be?
Well, Cotter, with lots of opportunities and lots of different name choices, like 15% of the vote today went to Mug and Tug.
Okay.
Not our winner.
Nope.
5% to Foo and Q. Ren and Stempy 2 got 2% of the vote. Not exactly a popular one.
Not a strong showing.
But our champion today, getting 34% of the vote to the second closest, 32. It was a battle between these two names. At 34%, our snails will be Wayne and Girth.
Oh, it pulled it out in the end.
Wayne and Girth are the names of our new snails. 34% of the vote today.
I love that. That was my choice. I only voted once. I just let everybody know I didn't stuff the ballot.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
This is we take our votes around here very seriously.
Thank you for doing what Joseph R. Biden did.
All right, coming up next, we're going to talk 20th anniversary concert, let you know how you can score some tickets. Plus, we are getting to the trunk line. That's all on the way after this. Volbeat, Wait a Minute, My Girl, Cotter and Marshall, Rock 1061.
Just pulling it out. Wayne and Girth. Yeah, like one vote difference. Crazy stuff. There you go, man. We got Hefe, Wayne, and Girth.
I like Wayne and Girth.
All right. Rhett says, that was my choice. Also voted once. Gibby says, I just refreshed it. Tony says the DMV is closed Mondays. Tag office is open, though. I don't know. I just looked up Georgia DMV, and yeah, it did say it was closed on.
Well,
Eisenhower.
DMV and tag office are different buildings.
Yeah.
So
Maybe you're fine then.
hopefully. All right, minute and a half. The song's short.
Oh, the Volbeat song?
Yeah.
Yeah. All set on drunk line phone calls then?
Yes. We got
Perfect.
two. They're technically the same call. It just took such a weird turn, like just out of nowhere. So I just kind of split it up
Okay.
to play two because it would have been almost 2 minutes long together. So I figured just kind of break it up.
All right, junk line phone calls or voicemails coming up here in a little less than a minute. After that, we'll have Marshall's Music News. Then we'll wrap for the day. And then we'll see you guys next week. I'll have all sorts of stuff going up on social media throughout the week. I'm sure Cotter will throw some stuff up from his adventures at Universal Studios on our Instagram as well. But go ahead and make sure to check out our social media throughout the week. I may even pop on for a short live stream sometime in the middle of the week, as long as I don't get too crazy with 20th anniversary show stuff. But we'll have some special videos and obviously a concert announcement at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Another concert announcement, another show for you guys to go check out. That'll happen at 10 a.m. tomorrow. We'll announce that via all of our socials.
All right, guys, be right back. '20th anniversary concert is under 2 weeks from today, which is absolutely blowing my mind. It's going down Trustees Garden Saturday, July 3rd. Of course, teamed up with Connect Savannah. Puddle of Mud, got Filter, Sponge, and two great local bands, Lilac and Whale Boat. Get those tickets now. A couple places to do it, etix.com, or you can get the link at rock1061.com. But this week, got your shot to win tickets.
Yeah, so head on over to the Rock 1061 Facebook page, tag a friend, and share the post right now, and you'll have an opportunity to win tickets. We'll choose one winner Thursday at 5 p.m.
So they got that going on. You're going to be hanging out at Emperor's on Friday night. So it's just multiple chances this week to score tickets for this show. All right, so the drunk line, open always, 24/7, but got a couple of nice calls over the weekend. I went with one call, but I divided it into two because they were talking about engagements and then just took this weird right turn kind of instantly. So I just figured it'd be nice to break it up. So we're going to start with this. First half of this call, just going on a rant. Somebody's boobs hurt. I don't know. This is what happened when you call us on the drunk line.
I love not being engaged. Ooh, buddy. One choice of life. I would choose a dating guy for 10 decades and never getting caught. I got engaged till I was 39. I got married at 39. I got engaged at 35. My boobs hurt.
Oh.
So I'm on my period. They're really bad. They're real bad. Oh my God. But you know what? I do need some men. When you have rings on Amazon, you can buy for $15.
I don't know what's going on here.
Right. Chelsea, why are you so mad? I'm not mad. I love. Oh, you are. I'm not. You are. You know what? Sterling silver is real cheap versus diamond. I got married at 39. No, gosh. Actually, you can marry the love of your life without not rushing because rushing is not a decade. A decade is after 10 years. I mean, no, but how long? Almost 6.
I think they're trying to explain the concept of time to me. I'm once again not a math guy. Don't understand it.
Did somebody get dumped or not get proposed to? Because somebody sounds kind of bitter.
Yeah, someone, there was some boobs hurting midway through the call, which was very concerning. See a doctor. But yeah, I don't know how quite to take that. Now, there's more to this phone call, you're saying?
Yeah, so it went from there, how it ended, talking about rings and stuff, to instantly in this direction.
You know, sometimes hockey sucks.
No, it doesn't.
Nobody in the South. Would you rather watch hockey or would you rather watch lacrosse?
Hockey. Yes.
No, obviously hockey because they fight each other. That's the only exciting thing about either one of the sports. Are you serious right now? Yeah.
I am hearing right now.
Nobody cares about hockey. They just
Yeah,
want
we
to see
do.
Men punch each other in the face.
That's UFC.
They're UFC fights.
Yeah. All right. Hockey all day.
That's so random.
Playoff hockey forever. It's 100% the best sport to watch.
Yeah.
Fast, action-packed, 20 minutes straight. No rare stoppages when it comes to like icing and penalty. Like hockey is the best playoff. That conversation. Oof, glad I wasn't there to have it with them.
All right. Don't forget the drunk line open 24/7. Hit us up. Even though we're going to be out this week, you can call us if you get drunk on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It doesn't matter the day. 800-394-1061. Coming up next, we're going to kick off Marshall's music news. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 1061.
All right, guys. Thanks once again for hanging around this morning. Going to wrap the show up with 3 Marshall's music news stories. Guess which one do we want to really start off with? You want to start off with Surge? You want to start off? You have Surge first on list.
It doesn't matter. Which well, outside of either Surge or Sammy, just for ease of playing a song afterwards.
Okay. Let's do the Sammy story first.
Okay.
We'll Sammy, Surge, and then we'll wrap up with Andy Williams of Every Time I Die. All right, guys, just a couple last things to hit on. Obviously, your chance to win 20th anniversary show tickets. You can go to Rock 1061 on Facebook for that. I'm going to be broadcasting live at Emperor's Gentlemen's Club in Savannah starting at 9 p.m. this Friday. I'm going to give away 1 pair of VIP tickets while I'm there. I will have them on me. You will get them at that exact moment. If they allow me to take pictures in the club, we'll take a picture together.
They're kind of weird about that sometimes.
Yeah, but they like me there. They usually let me take pictures. And then also, those are your 2 chances to do it. And we're off for the rest of the week when it comes to like live streaming and obviously on air. We'll play some best of stuff on air that we've accumulated over the last few months. But that's what you'll hear for the rest of the week on air. We will not have a live stream, although I may pop on once to do like a short little hour with you guys. But most of the time this week, with all the free time, really, I'll be sleeping in. And then I'll also be working on our 20th anniversary show, lining up the last few things I got to do.
Cool.
There it's called. Highlighted. Perfect. Okay. So the first story will be about Sammy Hagar, and then we'll have a soundbite from Sammy kind of explaining the new thing he's releasing with Michael Anthony. So that'll be the first story. Then we'll talk about Surge. I actually listened to the whole 24-minute piano concerto he put together.
Okay.
It's actually really nice. It's really fun. It's as weird as you want it to be from Surge when it comes to that. And it's just not straight. It's just not like 24 minutes of just a standard piano playing. Yeah. Sometimes there's some singing going on. Sometimes there's some other stuff in the background as well. That's kind of wild and crazy.
Tony, Gibby, see you guys.
Have a good one, guys. Once again, if you're following the Cotter and Marsh Show pages, we'll release some stuff that we've never released before, like some videos. We'll share the commercial we did that aired locally on WSAV for you guys to check out as well. As just added bonus stuff for you guys to check out over the week. How much time we got?
Let's see. Oh, plenty of time, like 7 minutes.
Okay. I'm going to dip out for 1 second.
Sure. So yeah, 3 more stories to go. Marshall's Music News. I'm running to the tag office. Hopefully that will be painless, not painful. And then I think I'm done for the day, guys. I ain't gonna lie. I'm vacation mode. I'm ready to go. I already got the out of office response set to my email. So if you send me an email today, even though I was working, you're getting the out of office response. So I just think I'm gonna call it quits after this. We'll see. One thing I need to do, but I could probably do it later. Future me problems. All right. Thanks for hanging today, guys. All went by super quick as always. I'm ready for the break. So we'll be back next Monday. Let's see. Here we go. Going down to Universal. I don't know which park. I've never been this unprepared for a vacation before. Normally, we kind of know where we're going. At least, which park. No idea where we're starting. No idea what's really going on yet. We're just going to kind of wing it, and that's okay. We're going to do all the Harry Potter stuff, and then anything else is just cake on top of it. So it'll be fun. It will be fun. All right, so yeah, we got about 6 more minutes. Then we'll be back. Here to that. And then don't forget, get your tickets for the 20th anniversary show. We're going to have your chance to win tickets. Like, tag, and share competition now on the Facebook page. All you got to do is tag the buddy you're going to go with, and then share it. It's your chance to win. We'll announce a winner on Thursday, and then we'll have another one Friday through the weekend, a like, tag, and share contest. Then Marshall on Friday night is going to be at Emperor's starting at 9 o'clock, giving away VIP tickets. So keep that in mind. Swing by Emperor's, your chance to score those VIP tickets. Best part about the VIP tickets, you get a special viewing area. You've got a bar that's just serving the VIPs, so you don't have to wait in a long, long line. And you've got private indoor bathrooms, which are always a plus. So there you go. So yeah. I have to wait until October. Oh, dude, yeah, that's horrible. That's so long. I'm so sorry. Hopefully it'll be well worth it. Rhett, totally putting the miles on the Escape. Wife just took it to Illinois and Arkansas, so technically she has driven it more than I have. Thank you. I think we will have fun. We've never done the Universal thing, so don't really know what we're getting into. Been to enough theme parks, so we know it'll be badass crazy, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Last summer vacation before both of my kids will be away at college, which is still weird to say. Understanding they'll come back and we'll probably do another family-ish vacation, but you never know. My oldest has got a year lease on an apartment in Kent, so I don't know how much he plans on coming back over next summer, so who knows what's going to happen moving forward. It's crazy to think. Because I think my last true family vacation, I was, probably before I was 20. So I don't know. Oh, nice, man. Oh, congratulations. Always wanted to do the cruise thing. We've never done it. Both my wife and I have talked about it. Eventually we'll get to it. Rhett, anywhere in particular in Orlando? Disney, Universal, just all the craziness? Where are you guys going on your cruise? We've talked about it for years. I just don't know why we haven't done it. But we definitely talked about it. It sounds like it's a blast. We've looked into it a couple times, just never pulled the trigger. I think with both my kids going to college, I think it'll be easier for my wife and I to do something like this because we talked about us just doing it on our own without the kids. Oh, Bahamas. Awesome. We talked about doing something like this on our own without the kids. So I think once they're gone, it'll just be easy. Did I get a package, Cotter? It's a blast. Nice. I don't know. When Marshall gets back, we'll check your package, Tim. I mean, the one that got delivered. We'll eventually do it, I think. I don't know. Haven't got to it yet. Did you see a package for Tim out there by any chance? Doing SeaWorld for my daughters. They have a Sesame Street theme. A 2-year-old loves Elmo. Oh, dude, that's awesome. The unlimited drink packages. 100 out of 10 recommend. Yes, 100% yes. All right, Tim, I'll look at your package. Just like suspected, Tim, you have no package. Unless somebody hit it. There was nothing out in the front area. Your front area is packageless. We did the SeaWorld thing a couple years ago with my kid, and dude, it's awesome. I like SeaWorld. It was a lot of fun. All right, got about a minute 20. Going to dive into story number 1 of Marshall's Music News.
Best thing about story number 1, I barely have to say anything. F in the chat. Yeah, drop your Fs.
It'd be hard to hide that package. It's huge.
Well, hopefully you had to deliver it to Suite 101D. If not, sometimes they'd like to deliver it to the bank, because the bank, I think, is the only address here that doesn't have a suite number. So sometimes if you don't put a suite number,
it just goes there.
It'll just go to the bank, and they do not bring stuff to you. You have to go there and ask about 3 or 4 times.
Really?
Yep.
That's
Try not to make that mistake more than once.
All right, got about 30 seconds. Talk a little bit, just the stream stuff, or maybe that we're going to be out, so I can kill some of the bed.
Okay.
All right, guys, be right back. Got story number 1 from Marshall's Music News coming up here in a bit. Sammy Hagar, Michael Anthony, been busy. First, just a reminder, this is the only live show this week. I'm out for the rest of the week, so a little best of action. We'll not be streaming for the most part this week. Marshall may hop on, maybe midweek, do a little thing, just kind of hang out with everybody who's a part of the Horde. So thanks for listening today, and we'll be back live officially next Monday. But right now, let's get into it. We've got some Marshall's Music News.
So Cotter just mentioned it. Yeah, Sammy Hagar and Michael Anthony, both formerly of Van Halen, both current members of Sammy Hagar and The Circle, have jointly launched an archival social media destination saluting their time together in Van Halen, where it's at Van Hagar Other Half. You can find that on Instagram. And we actually have Sammy here kind of explaining it.
Hey, everybody, got some fresh news for you. Mikey and I been checking out all our old vintage footage of stuff we've been doing over the years with Van Hagar years and all that, and we found some of the coolest stuff, and we're digging, we're finding nuggets every day, and we're going to share them with you. We're going to start a brand new Instagram account. It's called @VanHagarOtherHalf. 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 You got it? All right. It's going to be fun.
He's got some fresh tidbits for you. So there you go. The latest from Sammy Hagar, Michael Anthony, finding some gems from the Van Hagar era, and they're going to be sharing those on their Instagram page, Van Hagar Other Half. I need to say it again. So there you go.
I saw I saw Sammy Hagar live years and years and years ago. Dude's great live, and watching some of the videos. When he was with Van Halen, there was definitely a different vibe between David Lee Roth and Hagar fronting the band. David Lee Roth had all the high kicks and energy. But I really dug the Van Hagar era.
Yeah, David Lee Roth, I always felt like, anytime I watch footage, I would always be expecting something crazy to happen. With
Right.
Van Hagar, I just knew I was going to get the, back and forth kind of grungy, but not grungy sway of front guys there. So, no, I mean, both eras were incredible. I like both singers.
Yeah, I do too.
I'm more of a David Lee Roth guy, personally, over Hagar. But there you go. There's the latest from Sammy Hagar and The Circle.
So let's do some solo Sammy. I Can't Drive 55. We got more Marshall's Music News coming up. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1. Sounds like a used car salesman. That is true.
Yeah.
Fourth cruise. Damn. Yeah, I don't know what the restrictions will be on a cruise now. I mean, obviously things are easing up, but how much are they going to ease up on a cruise?
I mean, it's technically there's international waters, so there are no rules.
Anything goes.
There are no rules. No, kudos to you for being brave enough to run on a cruise. I don't think I'm brave enough yet to jump on a cruise quite yet. But I know some people are just like cruise fanatics. Like they just love running that cruise life. I've never been on one myself. I've had a bunch of friends go, and they kind of explain the whole thing to me. And I don't know. I haven't been sold on the idea personally of going on a cruise.
You know, like I said, the wife and I had talked about it for a while now. And then the pandemic hit, and obviously that kind of put a kibosh on even talking about it. But we were close to booking it a few times. I think this will be one. I think a cruise will be one thing we do with both of the kids being out. You know, I mean, it's not like right away we're going to get to a cruise, but I think we will. Taking the chances, got the shot. I don't blame you. Sorry, I interrupted.
Yeah, I like the resort thing. Yeah, Chris goes, I prefer doing the resort thing. Like, my wife and I went to Mexico, it was quite a few years ago, but we went to Mexico and did like the whole inclusive thing. You know, all your drinks are free. Everything is kind of just free. It's the way to go. Listen, there's bars every 100 feet, no DUIs. I get it.
Well played.
Go on a Disney cruise.
We've talked about it. When the kids were younger, we talked about the Disney cruise. I don't think that won't be an option for us now, but we did talk about it when they were younger.
Yeah, I think going on a Disney cruise just as two single adults with no kids would probably be kind of sus.
It's weird.
Kind of sus, as the kids say. I haven't gone on cruises. I think I'm doing still living in the pandemic era. We knew 2021 we probably weren't going overseas anywhere crazy, but I think next year we'll be going overseas at least once. So. Fourth mortgage on your house for that Disney cruise. Are they that expensive? I've never been on one.
I think the cruises were pricey. I don't remember looking into it. Right, you might know better than you'll know better than I. It's been years since we looked into it, but it was pricey. It was.
Are we talking like $2,000 a person type of thing?
I don't remember. We never wanted to do. Going to the park always seemed funner for us than doing the cruise, which is one of the reasons we never did it. They didn't have alcohol in the beginning. F that.
Drop the Fs in the chat for sure.
I mean, I get it. You know, you can't buy a beer at Magic Kingdom, and that's fine, but you're on a boat and you can't drink? Ugh.
Let's see. Let's find a cruise at Disney.
$2,000 to $5,000 per person.
Ooh.
It can get pricey. You can go inside cabin. It's not too bad. Nice. All right, got about 30 seconds. Story number 2, Marshall's Music News.
5-day cruise for $900. That's for both of us. That's pretty cheap. Are you going out of Jacksonville, Orlando? Or not Orlando, I guess. What is that? Cape Canaveral, whatever it is.
All right, guys, be right back. Let's get right to it. Story number 2, Marshall's Music News.
So, lead singer of Sometimes band System of a Down, Serj Tankian, has decided to release a new audio experiment in a form of a 24-minute piano concerto. Now, there's an official music video out for it right now on YouTube. It spans through scenes of nature, art, and fainting goats. This thing is definitely weird. I actually sat down while putting together the show yesterday, and I listened to the entire thing. And it's really different and weird. It's exactly what you think would come from the mind of Serj Tankian. Now, he's been very busy this year. He's released a solo EP called Elasticity. He has a feature-length documentary called Truth to Power, which came out a few weeks ago. And now he has this piano concerto entitled Disarming Time, a Modern Piano Concerto. He says, when the quarantine hit and all of our projects and releases were canceled, I started itching for a musical challenge. He goes, one night sitting in bed, looking through different voice memos on the iPhone, I realized I have this huge trove of short, special, unrealized musical ideas. Right then, I thought of creating an epic piece utilizing them. All made me smile. So I recorded them all and then started arranging the instrumentation to create this incredibly unique and musical experience. I mean, who the heck listens to 24 minutes of music as one piece today? We're about to find out. And that person is me. I listen to it. And actually, it's really fun and weird. It's not straight piano. It's got there's some chanting, some singing in it. There's some weird surgy sounds is the best way to explain it. So it's definitely really interesting. I'll drop a link into the chat if you're watching via Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch today. I'll drop it so you can definitely check it out. But I would say it's well worth your time. Very strange.
All right, fair enough. All right, one more story to go, and then we'll wrap up the show. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
All right, guys. Yeah, I'm going to drop this link in the chat real quick, just in case you guys want to check it out. Like I said, it's a really weird, fun piece. Port Canaveral. Yeah. But they call it Orlando, which, I think is weird because Orlando's in the middle of the state. Oh, look at that. All right, guys, one more story. We're wrapped up for the week.
That is true.
All right, that is all done. Perfect.
Thank you, Rhett. I think I will. See you, Rhett. Have a good week. Here's Rudy, top there, and at the bottom, but less legible.
I got it.
Thank you very much. All right, 1, 2, 3. All right, got about 7 minutes. 7 minutes. All right. So there's 4 people in this building right now?
Stacy and Mike are here, I think.
Yep.
Max should be here, I'm guessing, unless she has the day off. I don't know.
I don't think she does.
Yeah.
I didn't really say much to Mike. Didn't look like he was giving too many Fs today.
Okay.
So I'm guessing this building is abandoned by noon.
I'll be here.
You gonna be here past noon?
I'll be here probably till at least 1:30 today, I'm guessing.
Damn, look at you go.
Well, I got stuff to do. Someone has to work here.
Overachiever.
Not everyone can take the week off before a major show. So someone has to do some shit around here.
That's fair.
And it's definitely not our boss. A-Dub didn't want to come to work. Yeah, he took the week off. He had a vacation planned. Text me if the box shows up. No, I will not do that, Tim. But I will text you a picture of the really crappy cake you drew. where you graffitied our studio, which we don't. Honestly, we don't care for that. Please don't graffiti our studio. We knew it was you. So there is a new exhaust fan in the bathroom.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, but every time I turn it on, I looked up and like stuff blows into the room. I don't think it's actually sucking up anything out. I think you have it reversed.
That's not good.
Yeah, because every time I turn the fan on, like everything falls down.
Oh, can you imagine? You go in there after A-Dub, think the fan's going to take care of it, and it just keeps it in there even worse. Ugh. That's a Torture Tuesday.
Yeah. So now that I have A-Dub's credit card for the week. He gave it to me because I have to buy some stuff for the show.
Right.
So should I just go ahead and buy some stuff for the show with it? Once again, I'm buying a ton of stuff this week. So I don't know how close he'll be looking at receipts. He's just going to be like, oh, $200, $100.
I was going to say, I mean, if you keep it under the 1,000, you can probably get about anything.
Yeah, I was thinking, well, we need some new Cotter and Marsh show stickers. We're down to our last, I would say, couple dozen.
Right.
We had 200 to start off with. Plus, I want to get bigger versions of them. The ones we have now are like 3.5 by 3.5-ish.
Right.
I'll get some big honkers on there. Some big old guys.
All right. Got about 3.5 minutes.
Tim says it was really dusty out there. I wouldn't be surprised if it scattered dust for like a week. Oh. Charles said, let me know if you need a professional repair the fan. We'll hit you up, Charles. We'll let you know.
That's funny.
Yeah, I've got to, I'm creating badges today. I'm calling the Chatham County Sheriff's Office and then calling the Savannah Police Department, which is always a treat, especially when you call the non-emergency line because they do not care to talk to anyone.
No, really?
Yeah. Or maybe it's just me. They're like, oh, Marshall again. Great. Did you name the snails? Yeah, the Wayne and Girth are the name of our snails for Hefe, the new music beta fish. Stickers. I'm a sticker junkie. Oh, awesome. Lindsay, if you don't have a Cotter and Marsh Show sticker, DM me to the Cotter and Marsh Show Facebook account, and I'll mail you a sticker. I think I have a couple left in my office.
Cool.
We'll trade fan repair for beer and stickers. Well, let's see if it's broken officially first. I think Tim said he was coming in to fix it or look at it. I don't know. Maybe both. No, I'm calling the Chatham County Sheriff's Office. I have to call them because apparently they're the first people on the list to do work and security at the Morris Center.
Okay.
And I've never heard of a thing like that. But anyway, I got to call them and just see if they'd be interested in providing extra security on top of our 20-plus person security staff that we're going to have on site. Yeah. Yeah, we've got more than enough security. We just want to, have a couple of officers on site just in case, anything gets rowdy.
Right.
Make sure everyone's nice and safe.
Got about 90 seconds.
I need 3 stickers for some work trucks. Yeah, I should be able to do that, Charles. Let me see how many I have left.
See, like I said, I got a few at my house still. So if we need some more, I can bring some in.
We'll bring some in then. We're getting down to next to nothing here. I think I only found a couple left in a box that we had. Is the anniversary show all ages my daughter wants to go to? Yes, it is. Now we're getting to the less Snoop level of security. True. I don't think it's that bad. But we do have, I think, 2 or 3 officers on each entrance/exit. We've got a couple in front of the stage, couple backstage guarding artist stores and everything, and some other key places. But probably not as many as Snoop.
Yeah, probably not.
Snoop was asking for a lot.
All right, got about 30 seconds.
Hey, Mac.
What up?
He currently is hoarding the stickers. I think he does have the lion's share of what's left.
All right, guys, be right back. All right, before we get out of here for today, one more time, Marshall's Music News.
So a chipmunk was saved by someone you would not expect to save them last week. Yeah, I'm talking about Andy Williams. He's the rhythm guitarist for the metalcore band Every Time I Die. He also moonlights as the AEW wrestler The Butcher. Now, he saved this drowning chipmunk. He really didn't give the much detail on how he saved it or how he came across it, but apparently a chipmunk was drowning.
Yeah.
He said, I saved a drowning chipmunk this morning. He tweeted out at his Twitter account, @AndyComplains. He said he chalked it up to the good universe vibes. He added that the little buddy just needed a nice little blanket and a walnut, and then he posted up a picture of this chipmunk in a nice little warm blanket with some walnuts right next to him. So congrats to Andy Williams. Good universe vibes all around for him, saving a chipmunk from drowning. And if you're a fan of Every Time I Die, the band hasn't put out an album since 2016,
right?
Which for a metalcore band is forever because these guys are usually very, very busy touring and stuff. Now, they have debuted 3 new songs since the pandemic began-ish.
Right.
So they do have a new album that will be coming out. But so far, no title or release date on this album. But if you're a fan of Every Time I Die, there you go. That's the latest from them. And, of course, Andy Williams, a savior of chipmunks.
All right, guys, we are out. Now, here's the deal. We're out the rest of the week. Best of Tuesday through Friday. We're back live in studio and on the stream a week from today. Now, you have your chance to score tickets for the 20th anniversary show. Hit us up on Facebook. It is a tag the person you want to take with you.
Yeah, tag your concert sidekick.
I like that. And then share that post. Your chance to score those tickets coming up this Thursday. So have a great week, everybody. Enjoy. We'll talk to you later. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
Just in case you don't win our social media contest, remember this coming Friday, I'll be broadcasting live at Emperor's Gentlemen's Club starting at 9 p.m. I'll give out a pair of VIP tickets to our show Saturday, July 3rd. Cotter's going to the DMV so he can drive safely down to Florida, which is almost impossible to do once you cross that line, but it'll make him feel better. So you guys have a great rest of your week.
See you guys. Talk to you Monday.
And then we'll talk to you later.